To be honest, I was thinking like there's so many games I want to play. I don't know. I'm not planning to play fucking Overwatch today though. I don't know. Maybe I might change my mind on it. I'm like either thinking like go back to playing Pokemon Scarlet or Splatoon, Ace Attorney. Like I am not playing Valorant because I need to play someone to play Valorant for that one. Yeah, that's pretty much it though. I just need Valorant though. Valorant I need to play with some of my friends. I need to play with May, but May is not looking too hot with this shit right now. No, I actually, I might think about Ace Attorney though. Maybe that's a good idea though. Cause last time I played it was like we finished episode 2 though. Alito was a total bitch though. Let me set things up. Wrong way.
How you gon' move when it's time to sign that dotted line and you're no longer able to speak your mind? Fix your shit, spend a bit, switch your image. Copper whip, maybe a chain or two with the pendants. The only compliments it, 100K to your dependents. We'll do your agreement till you can say you're independent. But please do not get it twisted. Niggas forget that it ain't that easy. They do you greasy, then hide their hands. This shit is treason, consecutive W's.
I would put that on.
Industry sucking you dry. Tell me what are we coming to? Disingenuous energy with people you run into. You cut them off, the machine, you shut it off. No telling what you'll come across. Going through the process to become a boss. These days you can't tolerate another loss.
Damn, there's a lot of Ace Attorney.
There
we go.
You feel like you're the underdog. Show them how to make it with the art form. All could have been easy, now you gotta make it hard for them. Let the children know it's all for them.
We gotta do something.
Stand for something or you fall for them. Yeah.
Alright, there we go. Ace Attorney, the Spirit of Justice. No. Last time it was here. Right here. Episode 3, Turnabout Serenade. Get your handkerchief for our special guest. That's right, baby. The night is just getting started. Thank you for coming to grab the winners. Guilty as charged is the end of the first part of the Tonight Show. This would be in 20 minutes into the mission. Hey, there's something down there. I know that that's gonna be evidence eventually. This is so cool. Us at a Gaviner's concert. Huh? Did you say something? My ears are still ringing. The Gaviners? Putting the sick back in music. Apollo, you sound fucking old head for saying that. Well, I thought Mr. Gavin was really nice, sending us those tickets at 20% off. They're hard to get a hold, you know. When you invite people in a concert, it's usually free. Yeah, that's actually true though. Let's head to his dressing room, Apollo. You know, like we're a couple of VIPs. I have always dreamed of being a VIP at a Gavin show. Trucy, you didn't know who Prosecutioner Gavin was before that case. And what kind of fan doesn't know the lead vocalist's name? That is actually true. Oh, this guy, well, he's more like a prince, really. He let us in. Clavier, what a lovely name. He's so dreamy. Trucy, you are... Oh yeah, I forgot. Trucy saying all that shit is like she want Gavin to catch a case. Yeah, but I'm a girl. I'm just a girl. Bullshit. Nah, you're right. You just a girl, bro. I'm supposed to swoop over gods of rock. God awful, maybe. Man, Apollo just hating. I bought all of their stuff on the way home from the trial. I got 12 Gaviner's album and 15 concert videos. That was quite a bit of impulsive shopping. Ooh, I know Phoenix's wallet is hurt. The daily allowance. I don't know if she got a daily allowance. I got advance on my next 15 years worth of allowance. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she make Phoenix Wright, his pockets hurting right now. Well, Mr. Wright, that sounds like a real act of generosity. Spoil the shit out her, I mean. Who'd imagine me here at a Gaviner's concert watching Prosecutioner Gavin rock? To be honest, he was kind of cool, and I'm kind of envious. Not that I ever admit that to Trucy. Bro's hiding his fucking pride, bro. His insecurities. Gaviner's dressing room. I mean, he does look cool in the Dual Destiny in the end, though. Ah, you made it. Mr. Gavin, thank you so much for the tickets. And the invoice you sent along with them. You were incredible up on the stage, Mr. Gavin. Nothing like music to brighten the mood after a trial, yeah? And we're almost ready for our next act. I'm looking forward to it myself. Lemure? Hold on. Lemure. Lemuror. Singing, right? The Sirens of Ballad. Oh yeah. The flyer says she flew all the way over for this show. That's right, I happened to catch her at a show while overseas. Her voice is divine. I know I have to invite her to performance with us. Lemro. Okay.
ラミロワール
Oh my god, that's a Japanese one. Ramioraru. Ramioraru.
Lamorar
Lemuror says, you praise me too highly. Whoa, who's this guy? He's huge. Captain Price? Ah, allow me to introduce Mr. Romain Letus. I know this man has to be French. There's no way.
ロメイン・ルトゥーズ Romain Lataus
Romain Letus. Okay. Alright, what about the French? How does the French people would say it?
Romain Letouze
Romain Letus. L'amore. How do you say it in French? Okay, now I'm just low-key stalling.
La Miroir
Lemuriora. Lemuriora has manager and her interpreter, incidentally. Incidentally does not sound right. It is great to honor for us to be here. And a great honor for the... Okay, now I'm just giving him a Russian. It's a great honor for Lemuriora to hear this in this country. Whoa, I don't know how to say that. Cryptic message, bro. That voice. I wish I could understand it. It's beautiful. Jibba 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 jibba. I don't know. I don't know. Ooh, it's Lemure. Lemuror. I actually meeting Lemure. Ooh, it's actually your mom. Lemuror. Lemuror, mysterious songstress. Her quiet, deep song glides through the air, lilting above the sparse but elegant piano accompaniment. Now this is music. She's a real artist. I don't know. I can't. I know that she's most likely speaking French. Lemuror says, we have a long look forward to this joint performance. Ah, Lemuror, your voice. It is art. Yet without his piano to guide me, it is but a voice. Who is this little nigga? I seen this kid somewhere before. Have we? I don't recall seeing him in the last trial. He plays piano at the Lemure concert. He's cute, and he's really good pianist. Good pianists are dying breed, I hear. Allow me to introduce Machi Tobaye? Machi Tobaye. He's blind. This is why he never plays strays far from Lemure. They're always together. They're like characters from some fairy tale. Lemure, so that word, exotic and mysterious. She does seem quite pretty, at least her eyes do. Her is kind of sightseeing musique. Huh? She traveled the globe, putting the sights she sees into songs, even though her appearance and her voice are exotic. Her songs would remind us something close and warm. Sights into songs? That's so poetic. She was gracious enough to put the music into my lyrics tonight. The guitar serenade. I hope you enjoyed it. I can't wait. And now that it's time for the next part that we are giving Gaviners hard rock and a little rest. Lemure, the stage is yours. Mishishizo? Oh, oui, oui. The band member would not play during Lemur's ballad. Yumi Machi tender tones and Lemur lucid voice. And my guitar, of course. Woohoo, the night is like this makes it worth a while, you know. Okay, now I accidentally gave Trucy a fucking... I don't know what the fuck. Am I giving her a German accent, a French accent, or a Russian accent? I don't know. I should learn how to play guitar. There's not much romance in the Court of Steel. Okay. Shall we hit the stage then? Good luck, Mr. Gavin. Take care of your hearts. Aren't you stolen away, yeah? Let's get back to the concert hall, Polly. Sugar, sugar. Oh, the night in your embrace. Gavin, when you stowed away the keys, my heart held on. And the keys and oh shit. Pleasure. But a fleeting melody. Oop, I kind of dropped frames for a moment. It's a wrap around and out through the fly. Whoa, whoa. Burning on my heart. Fire. Burn my love away. All away. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bro fucking fell. Oh, he's fucking dead. Burned to death. Like bullet of love, fire, take my life away. Guitar, guitar. Thanks for the follow, real mad on guard. Wait a minute. Oh no. Look at Gavin. July 7, 9:05, backstage hallway. Wow, what's in Lemuror? It's so fucking hard to pronounce that name. Lemuror, amazing. I sniff. I even cried a little. I was surprised Prosecutor Gavin was actually burned his guitar. Yeah, that even surprised me, and I'm a magician. What a production. What a destruction. I don't think Prosecutor Gavin was expecting it either, oddly. Yeah, that man was actually falling. Oh, no. What's wrong? What's wrong, lawyer dude? Looks like you have seen a ghost. That man will always be guilty, bro. Jesus Christ. The one he just like he got a fucking watch phone call. Hold on a second, I'm gonna ask my manager, okay? I think he's my new hero. I'm not sure I call that art. Well, what are you doing here? Let's get going to the Mr. Gavin's dressing room. Man, we should have said like, nah, let him be not guilty, so as Miss Shelly the Killer can handle his ass. It's 20 minutes till the last part of the show. How many breaks does this band need? Quite a lot though. It depends how long the concert is. The Governor's dressing room. What the heck was that? I was never consulted about this. Sorry, Mr. Gavin, sir. I asked the man in charge. I played Noodle, not Great Balls of Fire. Speaking of fire, I have a good mind to fire whoever is responsible. He seems upset. Apollo, justice. Were you the one who tried to torch me? That is... I mean, that's a bold assumption, consider that kind of envy of you, but it's not me though. Hey, I didn't do it. So much for risking your life for art. The guitar serenade is Ruden. Ruden. Or at least try to talk to him at least. I don't know about that, G. Cause I know he's still pissy right now. I'm not sure that's the best move right now. The flaming guitar. You mean the guitar? That wasn't part of the act? Part of the act? Who burns up the guitar on purpose? Yeah, I mean that. You know, that's actually kind of valid because guitar is pretty fucking expensive though. It's like somewhere around 200 or higher. Probably like 500 or 500 plus. Burning on my heart, fire, burn my love away, all away. Wait, you think the audience thought it was? Sounds like he got lucky. They probably thought it was part of the act. At least I did. It's like even though that it actually burned my guitar and it's gonna cost a lot of money. But sure, I guess that would make more money for the viewer. He got lucky and he didn't even realize it. And almost nearly committed a 3rd-degree burn on me. I almost died. But sure, that act was really phenomenal. Anyways, that guitar was a Ferrari of guitar. You know, I feel like it would have been better Lamborghini. All the speed, all the sound, and all the price. Oh yeah. If I burn one of those every show, I go broke. I mean, I'm pretty sure he would make a lot of money from a lot of sales because he got like a millions of music sales though. Unusually usual for a rock band. Try saying that to Mr. Gavin. Today has been a disaster after another. My hog won't run, my guitar case broken. Daddy told me that there will be days like these. Wasn't Lamore's song incredible? You worked on it too, right, Mr. Gavin? Ah, yes, thanks. It was collaboration. I wrote the lyrics and she wrote the melody. You know, I was surprised she could sing in English. I'm sure she can practice a long time for this day. Ah, here. Sugar, sugar, older night in your brace. When you stole away the key, my heart held on so tight. Pleasure, pleasure, but fleeting melody. It wraps itself around me, and now through the air I fly. What's this? A lyric sheet. It's yours. Whoa, whoa, burning on my heart. Burning in my heart. Fire burning in my love away. All away like a bullet of love. Okay, I need to stop. Take my life away, all away. Guitar, guitar, up together to the sky. Yippee, thank you so much. All I ever get to sign are the client defense agreements. At least you got an autograph from two famous people. I mean, Gavin is technically a famous celebrity. Almost time for the 3rd act of the night. Oh, there's more? Yes, the more part is done. Now it's time for us to drop our grooves again, y'all. Hope you're ready to catch it. Woohoo! Ready, Apollo? I think I'll pass. Man, Apollo be hating though. He hating Gavin, bro. Eh? I like the bit with Lamore, but the rest could use a volume knob turned way down. On mute. Bro just says like, nah. I mean, I'm not hating though. It's just Gavin's song. The Gaviners are cool. On mute. It's fire. Oh, Apollo, you getting old. Nah, he not getting old. Maybe that and he hating. Does 22 qualify as old to a 15-year-old? You know, I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna let my intrusive of thought stay in my mind because I will be in trouble if I say it. And also, I'm actually the same age as Apollo. Holy shit. Well, I'm going. Let the old folks rest here backstage, yeah? Time to rock. Hey, you're older than I am. I mean, we can examine. What's this? Postcards at L'Amour. I can't read a single word of the sentence at the bottom. Juicy might want one of these. I'll show it to her next time we're here. Look at the coffee. A delicious bowl of stew. Made of plastic. Huh? The bottom of the bowl that has G on it. They sell these concert, whatever happened to the shirt. What's with the fucking the police outfit? A uniform next to it, a policeman hat and a pair. Next to it, a policeman hat and a pair of handcuffs. Guess the band is really into the police. Must be the prosecutioner Gavin's bad influence. I thought rock and roll was all about the rebellious. That's an odd guitar. The design that character I saw in the hallway, but with glasses. What a strange mascot. He looks like he's crying. Since when was the rock about crying? I mean, there is about golf crying though. Hello, May May. They should name this guy Emo. I mean, emo is part of a rock category though. Police. Chained up, red light. Chain dangling from the ceiling. They aren't glimmers, but I bet Detective Sky has something to say about them. The thick... Shit. The thick leather gloves and sunglasses. Maybe I should try these on. On second thought, nah. They might be evidence for one of prosecutioner Gavin case. That's a foreshadowing. There are graffiti on the mirror and lipstick. Wait, the Gaviners are all guys, all men. I mean, I guess some men in all men band group actually do wear makeup. Like for example, like Kiss. Maybe prosecutioner Gavin wear lipstick. I mean, he might be zesty though. An old-fashioned speaker hanging from the ceiling. That must be a monitor of what happening to on the stage. I think we had the same kind of my school PA system. That police officer looks like ready to rock. Some kids might see this and must want to be cops. Somehow I don't think rocking defense attorney would work too well. Patrol. The guitar. Look, yeah, it does look like a police car. That guitar looks like it was made out of cop's car door. That's right, Trucy's not here to set me straight. Now I feel kind of lonely. Oh, that's kind of sad. There's nothing much. Yeah, there's nothing much. I can go out. Backstage hallway. That has to be evidence down there. The fucking headset. Hey, it's you. That right kid. Detective Sky. I'll let that right kid's business pass. Call me Emma. There's no need for titles once you shared a bottle of fingerprinting powder. That's a new one. So, Emma, what are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm snacking. Do you think I wanted to be here? Me in charge of security in this pit? Security? Did something happen? There's no knowing with that glimmer's flop. Apparently, he's all upset because something was stolen. He wanted security back here during the concert. Where does he get off acting like he's some big rock star? He is a big rock star. Hey, are you listening to me? So, where's this door leading to? This one? This Lemore dressing room. Don't even think of going in unless you want a piece of snackaroos in your face. Is she even in a good mood? I wonder. Hey Emma, you want to know that I am a lawyer? Emma, could you take a look at this? Hey, yeah, she doesn't care. What do you think? Yeah, she doesn't care. That shit has always been bottomless. Okay, so yeah, she doesn't fucking care. I better give her a white bird. She snackarooed me. Did she just really just throw? I didn't even say anything. Emma. I've never seen someone eat this snack with such vehemence. Better give her a white bird. She just threw at me just for no reason. Okay, yeah, she's munching and throw a fucking snack at me. Alright, I guess I'll fucking exam. Starting off with this one, because this thing has been on my mind for a while since I started this episode. What's this? Some kind of headset piece? Why would someone leave this in a hallway? Maybe Lamore bodyguard dropped it. Emma, will you stop eating those snacks for 1 second and listen? Huh. If you think you're going to pull me away from my snack just to hear you mumbling on and on about whatever, you're going to sorely disappointed. At least I got her to stop munching. What's that odd-looking doll doing here? Oh, that's the blue badger. Could you even try either talking or munching, but not both? She fucking snickerdoodle me. Serve me right for going out of munch of my way. Okay. Sorry, I don't speak snackaroos. Dressing room. That's the prosecutor Gavin. Or the governor's dressing room. Put so much as a hand on my door, and I'll snack. Put so much as a hand on the door, and I'll snack-oo you. Hold on, but I just came out of there. Don't play smart with me. I'm gonna go on to Lamore room. So this is Lamore dressing room. If you even think about going in there, I'll. What was that? Oh, there's a bang. Was that a gunshot? Something's going on. You, out of my way. Emma, Lamore. It's not locked. I'm going in. She's just barged in. We're going in. July 7th, Lamore dressing room. What's that awful noise? Oh, it's the concert. Oh my god, that bro is hating on his own fuck. Jesus. It's Lamore manager. Mr. What's his name? Letus? Letus. Oh no. Hey you. Me? Watch this room for me. I had to call for backup. Right, understood. You want me to make sure no one comes in, right? Don't touch anything. I'll be right back. What's going on? I just talked to him and now... He's alive. Latosa, can you hear me? Shot. I was shot. Who shot you? I don't know. Ask what? Ask witness. There was witness. Wait, witness? There's witness. Who? Cold. So cold. Witness. You're cold? Don't worry. You're gonna be fine. Help is on the way. Can't see. Hang in there. Witness. Tell me who's the witness. The witness is Siren. Siren? How could Siren witness anything? Mr. Lutus, no! Don't wow! Don't Nelly wow! Yipes! Emma, what was that? Who was there? What's wrong? Emma, Did you see anyone just now? Huh? No. I could have swore I heard some. I could have swore the door closed. The concert has been canceled. Backup is on its way. Is Mr. Latus? He's dead, isn't he? It's terrible. I lost him. No pulse. Roman Latus shot, and I heard his last words. The witness is the siren, whatever that means. The venue locked down. We took a name and address before letting the crowd go. Good work, Dorian. Bro almost got mine. Almost sound a lot like my actual name. I'll let you know if I find anything about the victim later. It's investigation time then, yeah, Fräulein detective. I don't need some rock and roll prosecution to tell me that. One request I might make. Tell no one on staff or otherwise anything of this. Ooh, a gag order? No words gets out, other than the Latus is dead. No word of cause of death or of the murder. Tell no one, not even Lamori. Not even her. She must keep everything under wraps. Or one other thing. I need your signature for this, her forehead. You too, Fräulein. On that? An investigation request? Why just us? You two are civilians. It's just standard protege. That should be okay to sign, I think. Prosecutioner Gavin, investigate request, sign. What a great reluctance. Right. Well, let's get started with the investigation. I'm on it already. One tip for you. Huh? Me? Try not to get Fräulein Detective's way. She's in a foul mood today. I mean, she's always been in a foul mood since she got here. She didn't want to be here. She fucking snack-a-doodle me many times, though. Gee, I wonder why. We're all questioned as witness. Now, none of us can go home. We'll investigate, alright. Our way. Somehow I don't see us getting back to that crime scene anytime soon. I still can't believe that I was there when it happened. It's not an experience I care to repeat anytime soon. This is no time for navel navel gazing? Let's crack this case. I worried about Trucy. She seemed to be very loose idea of what it means to be an attorney. Despite that she's fucking 15 years old, it's actually insane though. But of course, that's not surprising considering who her father is. Something matter? No. Let's get cracking. I'm the only one who was there. The only one who heard Latus' last words. The witness is siren. First order of business is to find what he meant by siren. What's this? It looks like some kind of future phone. It's not a phone, a transceiver. It's called a headset. What's a headset doing on the floor? Wait, do you think Mr. Latus might be wearing it? Like one of those bodyguards? I don't think he was wearing one when we first met. The LED of this thing is lit. It must be on. Feel like that's gonna be very important. Because if it's light up, that means it's probably is being recorded. That's the Blue Badger, the police mascot. Does the Blue Badger have something to do with the ballot? With the band? Well, yeah. The Blue Badger is the governor's mascot too. Huh? Go figure. I heard that thing flies off the shelf. I have to take a closer look at one someday. I'm thirsty, Apollo. Shit, me too, actually. Hold on, I'll be right back for a moment, because I need a drink, because a lot of speaking, a lot of me talking, it's kind of hurting my throat. Alright, I'm back. Want something to drink? How about it? This one. Steel Samurai Soda. Now in real steel flavor. Probably got the fucking real steel flavor. You know, that's gonna taste like fucking blood, cause how do I know? Cause metal kind of fucking, when you taste metal in your mouth, you kind of felt like you have a blood taste in it. Huh? Here, my treat. Hey, this isn't even enough change. The machines outside are cheaper. This one is a highway robbery. Looks like an instrument case, a big instrument case. This is a great magic trick you can do with one of these. Huh? What kind? A miraculous, beautiful girl escaped the case illusion. So it's a girl who is miraculous, not to escape. So picky. Guilty as charged. That fucking poster Loki looks cool though. A concert poster from the Guilty as Charged tour. I love that name, Guilty as Charged. Seems like kind of negative to me. Well, why don't we do the opposite? Magician Trucy present the Innocent as Charged tour. It kind of loses impact, doesn't it? Huh? Looks like nobody's here. Prosecutioner Gavin's probably busy with the case too. No rest for the wicked. No rest for us either, Apollo. Let's get rockin'. Rock, rock. This place is decorated like a high school dance. Let's hope the Gaviners are not don't peaked in high school. I swear to God. Nobody wants to be peaked in high school. Though I think our decoration with paper not changed. The Gaviners are into change. It's part of their image. Huh? No kidding. Ever since they used chains on the cover up for a gun and lock it up, they're really into a whole police thing, aren't they? It'd be cooler if they turned that red light on. They don't have to turn the red light on. Otherwise it will turn into a red room. And nowadays people who use a red room turn their entire room red is Someone drew the Gaviners marked and the lipstick here. Lipstick? I like to wear lipstick someday. Oh? You don't use lipstick yet, Trucy? I mean, she's naturally beautiful without it. Daddy won't let me. Not until I learn to play piano, he says. You'll be waiting a long time then, I'm afraid. I mean, Trucy's already cute without it. Hey, I'm not just saying that I'm not into her though. Why is that plastic bowl of the stewing sitting there? Maybe they'll use it for interrogating bad guys. Fess up to what you did and we will let you eat that stew. That's just mean. It gets worse. See, if the bad guy confessed, they said, okay, eat it, if you can. See, it's made of plastic. It's like you don't know which one are the real bad guys. I think you need to take a deep breath, Trucy. Look, it's a postcard of Lemoore. What are these letters at the bottom? I've never seen these before. It must be her native tongue. Borginian? I'm thinking Borginian? Probably it's like Bulgaria. Probably, that's the closest thing. Borginian, Bulgaria. Bulgarian. Like all three of them are from Bulgaria. Those are some pretty heavy duty gloves. Maybe they had to carry around hot pots or something. They're like a little thick. I couldn't even stuff a pigeon in those. That's exactly what I was thinking. Shit, probably heavy as hell too. A guitar. That's a legendary AA400. The Red Badger. I thought rock was supposed to be rebellious, not civic. Every aspiring guitarist want one of these. They even paint their own guitar to look like it. Ah, the fickleness of youth. You should dye your hair badger red too. I like my hair the way it is. Thank you very much. I don't know. Apollo hair low-key fucking mid. The only thing that's carrying out is those fucking horns. It's just a slick back. Ugh, the stubbornness of age. Ah, the stubbornness of age. What's a police recruitment poster doing here? Rock on with police. Maybe they're trying to trick kids into thinking the police are some kind of band. But it's just silly. Who names the band the Police? There's actually there's an actual English band that's named the Police. Ooh, a cruiser guitar. They sold those in the commemorative 5 years of the band. Rocking it hard under the speed limit. There's a cruiser bass and a cruiser drum set and a cruiser keyboard. Even a cruiser whistle. I'm not sure about that last one. It's for blowing the whistle on criminals. I don't think that requires an actual whistle, Trucy. The thing is that I don't think any cops are using Trucy. Yeah, I don't think they use any. I don't think police use whistle anymore though. There's nothing much. I mean, the only cops that use a whistle is like a fucking 1940s English police. You know those fucking the bell hat. Ooh, I wanna try one. Nothing to see here. Move along. Get down, you! Nah, I'm just kidding. It's okay. You don't have to go that far to be special. I mean, you're not exactly a type who's just another face in the crowd. Really? You think so? I guess you're right. I mean, you are very unique because you are literally wearing your magician outfit on a daily basis, though. Now I feel like a mini for making that insinuation. Yeah, you kind of are an asshole. No, I mean, nah, not really though. He's kind of low key right because Trucy's wearing that outfit daily basis. It's supposed to be her performance outfit. That speaker looks familiar. Oh, yeah, it's like one for the PA system back in school. Oh, we have one in those in classroom too. That's right, she's still in the junior high. Junior high? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, never mind. I feel old. I mean, 15 is like a high school level. It's a high school age, while Japan is like still middle school age. Ooh, look at those 2 bullets. I don't like that. Oh, it's you. I figured you come. You had to let us investigate the scene, please. You're attorneys now. Shouldn't you wait until you have a client? The two did tell me to ask the witness the siren. With his dying breath, no less. Doesn't that count? Glare at me all you want, but you will get no snacks from me. Please, think of the poor little roar. Oh well, I suppose. You did find a body with me. Great, let's get to it. Right. Just try not to touch anything. She's letting us look and she's not munching her snacks. This bodes well. There are clues here, I can feel it. Leave no hanger unhung. No spot unspotted. Mr. Romain Letus, wasn't it? He was Lemure's manager and interpreter, apparently. This was his first time in the country. So I'm guessing he didn't know how many people here. It doesn't seem likely, nor could I think of anyone the motive to murder him. Except for one person, of course. One person? Who? Lemore? No one here might have a motive where she's from. What are you talking about? Hey, it was Emma's idea. I said nothing. Always with the snacks. He's a big guy, or was. that's kind of ass. That's some insensitive way to say. I don't think I would even win a fight with him. Bro is built like a linebacker. I'm pretty sure he's gonna Frank train you, Trucy. And which is why whoever used a revolver, I guess. Ah, they're using the typical, I'm 6'4", you can't beat me. Alright, yeah, you might be big, but can you stop the bullet? We sent a request to a Bulgarian embassy for more info on him. Well, you and I know more about the crimes than anyone. You do? That's true. It was us who found the body. What? I guess that's what I missed for watching the concert. Hey, I wish I was watching the concert. Anything will be better than this. Well, we know the crime took place during the concert, and we heard a gunshot and entered the room. The killer was already gone. What? But that doesn't make sense. You came in and you heard the shots and no one was here. How did they leave the room? The window was a little too small, wasn't it? The mystery of the disappearing killer. There's something right here. Ooh, what a pretty bush. Or Emma? You're not gonna say, can I have it please, are you? Oh. Look, you may be cute little girl of 15, but that doesn't mean you can get any special treatment with me. Oh. But I'm just a girl, Emma. It's not healthy to envy young Emma. It's not about envy, it's about tampering with evidence. Note to self, Emma lacks a sense of humor. Use caution. You need to learn to respect your elders a little. How old is Emma? Okay, so she's a little bit older than Apollo. The bullet holes. Are these bullet holes? Looks like it. There are holes in the wall. Yeah, but there's no holes on the other side of the wall. From the looks of it, the victim was shot once in the shoulder. The first shot must have been missed. But there's two holes. Would that mean two misses? The murder weapon is .45 caliber revolver. It is very powerful. Oh shit. I believe what we're seeing here is that the murderer actually missed it, and then the second one probably actually hit him, and the bullet just pierced through his body. That's what I'm thinking. I believe that's what we're seeing here. Because I'm pretty sure a .45 caliber bullet is not only a revolver, but it's also a sniper, isn't it? Or the sniper is... Is it... .45 caliber is a sniper, right? .7.62 bullet. Oh, okay. So that's the sniper rifle then. This mark left by a second bullet after it passed through his shoulder. Yeah, so it did pierce it. Ouch, sounds painful. No kidding, I was wondering about this murder weapon. It's a vintage. What's wrong, Apollo? Your mouth is catching flies. Nothing, it's nothing. Maybe that's how the killer escaped. That's what you were thinking, right? Eh? When we arrived on the scene, the killer had already fled. He or she must have had a way out, and that's the airvent is the one possibility. But it's much too small. Not if the killer were able. Not if the killer about your size, Trucy. I didn't do it, eh? I was cutting up the dance floor at the time, thank you. I know, of course. She was dance floor. She better not do some whipping nene. Of course, I don't think you did it. It was hard to tell with you sometime, Apollo. Hey, what have I done? Basket is a flower. Huh? Another flower. Actually, it's technically a stepladder. Okay, you. Okay. She went nerdy on me. It's like, yo, it's a ladder.
Actually, it's technically a stepladder.
Well, hello, Miss Fancy Pants. Please forgive my lack of ladder discrimination. I'm less worried about the stepladder, more worried on why is it there. What is the ladder there? Well, to climb right. To reach something on the ceiling. I still say it's stepladder. Trucy, still after that booch, clearly. No way. If you want that bag, get your daddy to buy it for you. Daddy always says, Trucy, if you want something, go find or borrow it. Or when in doubt, beg. Leave it to Mr. Right. I should be concerned about Trucy's future. She gonna become a life of a criminal. I'd be more concerned about the owner of that booch. We already know who's the owner of that booch. This is a half-eaten watermelon. Bro, they took a one bite and then just left it there. I mean, yeah, I get it. Watermelons, unless that watermelon came from a fridge, then yeah, that's very valid. Because watermelon in a fridge is so fucking mid. Because watermelons is only good when you purchase it straight out of the store. Absolutely not. I know. But still, I yearn. Look, you're not the only one eyeing that fruit here. Well then, what are we waiting for? Let's eat. Right. Whoa, stop it. Are you too crazy? Emma, you of all people should know better. But if she tempted me, she's a temptress. Please grow up. Okay. Is that a Louis Vuitton bag? That should probably look like a Louis Vuitton bag. Oh, Apollo, look at that thing. It's huge. That's a TV. Do you never seen a TV before? Yeah, a wide flat screen TV. I want one of those. You can get that shit in Black Friday. I mean, everyone is getting flat screen TV nowadays, though. No matter what size you get. You'd be wanting for a long time for your salary, Junior. Wait till you're famous, as Mr. Wright was, then dream. I don't think Daddy was ever rich, even when he was in law. Great, just stomp my dreams, why don't you? I mean, lawyers kind of make a shit ton of money, though. How much lawyer make? Lawyers makes like $65 per hour. Oh wait, this is in Cali. So pretty much experienced worker make up to $1,800, $500 per year. Yeah, that's still a shit ton of money though. What's this poster? Let's see. This summer, a Legal Eagle production of Case Close. Looks like poster for a different show. One I wouldn't mind seeing real soon. That speaker was blurring at the time of the murder. That's for monitoring the stage from this room. Monitoring? It's piped a real-time feed from the stage microphones. Useful for knowing when your setup is coming up. Yes, it seems caller being loud and vigorous musical. Yes, it's recalled from being. It made up hard to hear Latusa's last words. Oops. The case closed with the samurai. That's a foreshadowing. There's another Gaviner's poster here. I'm just about to sick of seeing those personally. Maybe I'll tear it down. Haha. No tampering with a crime scene, Emma. Maybe there's something else I can tear into shreds. I mean, you can do that in the hallway though. Don't look at me. Oh my gosh, you want to tear her ass. Oh. I should not say that. And thank God I stopped myself for saying it. Look, there's a little window over there. Maybe the killer escaped through that. It's barely big enough for me to get in my head through. Not to mention it's only open the crack. What? I was just saying it's possible. Right, no harm in that. Except I'm pretty sure it's impossible. You could peek into the room through it, you know. Look at these presents. Lamore sure is popular. Ooh, I wonder what's inside. We can't open them, can we? Probably not a good idea. You never know what you might find in one of those boxes. Bomb, razor, ransom notes, death threats, all of that bullshit. It could be anything. That is actually true though. There's actually some celebrities actually end up getting gifts like these, and it's actually quite crazy too. Sometimes you're gonna have a lot of good friends, and then there's some are gonna be a bad apples. That's the only thing I'm scared of. I'll never have a birthday party again. This is one of those things, right, at the barber. A permanent dryer. Want me to curl those bangs of yours? No thanks. Better not mess with his hair, Emma. It's part of his identity, you know. It really is, technically. Because he's now considered called a spike. Antenna, spiky hair, her forehead. Her forehead! Fucking... What amazing bouquet, I mean, it's giant. Not sure I approve, but it better be of this flower a bit more... Oh! Eek! The flower fell off! What happened to preserving the crime scene, Emma? Oh my god, I can't talk. It's fine, I'll just put it back on, see? How scientific. Damn. Seeing these mirrors lining up like that makes me think I'm really in a dressing room. You are in a dressing room, hmm? This must be a makeup. I never heard most of these brands. Maybe they're Bulgarian? All I know is that they don't make much of a clue. This is a weapon, murder weapon, isn't it? This revolver. That's right. It's a big caliber revolver. Wow. I wonder who brought in this here. I thought the only police were allowed to have one of these. Why are you giving me that look? I didn't do it. I didn't. Listen, I was out in the hallway eating snackeroos when it happened. I know. I was literally right next to you, bro. No one here thinks you did it, Emma. It's hard to tell with you sometime, Apollo. What have I done? Wait, if the killer brought a revolver, it must mean they had planned this from the start. That's right? Most likely. That's a body, isn't it? Sure is. The victim, no less. Let's take a closer look. Eek! Go ahead, Apollo. You first. Me? No, you should go first, Trucy. Really? Will you stop bickering and get over here? She's really munching that snickeroo again. She's really not... Hope she's not too annoyed. There's something on it. It's something written, because he has a blood tip. He has a blood on the tip of his fingers. Eek! Is that blood? Why don't you examine that one, Apollo? Maybe more about the red stuff than I do. Yep. Says who? Something strange about this blood, though. Is that what it looks like? Let's check his bullet hole. Oh my god. It pierces through his skin, too. Just pick his nose. This is... And just poke his ears and pick his nose. This is literally a dead body. I should not do this. I should not do that. Apollo, look at his hand. He's holding something. Hey, no touching. You can throw all the snacks at me all you like, Emma, but sooner or later, you're going to run out of them. You raise a good point. I'm a little bit intrigued by this scene. Let's take a look. Ah, you see? He's holding something. What's this? A keyring? You think it belongs to the killer? Certainly a possibility. What an unusual keyring. What an unusual key. This could be a vital clue. Do we have anything? Body, isn't it? Oh, okay, it just... .45 caliber revolver, very deadly. You know, Apollo, I was wondering, what's a caliber? Does the 45 mean? Huh? Heh, you want me to tell you the size of the barrel? Simply put, the larger caliber, the larger the round. The bullet, in other words, bigger the bullet, does more damage. Wow, chalk 1 point up in a forensic science. You know it. But that's not 45 inches, right? That'd be too big. What's the unit of measurement they use, Mr. Science? Well, hush, kids. Kids shouldn't ask so many questions. She made a good point that really got Emma to shut the fuck up. I think I got everything here. So this is the murder weapon. The revolver is incredibly heavy. It's been fired twice. You can still smell the smell of gunpowder. That's odd. What's odd? Oh, nothing. Hey, no fair, tell us. It's just something about the revolver seemed strange. Strange? We're going to the stage. The stage looks empty. I was hoping to get a chance to talk to the prosecution or Gavin. Oh well, nothing to do but to go to the crime scene, I guess. Hey, look, it's a fucking piano. Wow, look, a piano looks so much bigger close up. Machi plays so beautifully. Yeah, like a real pianist. That's just silly, Apollo. How could you call someone as good as Machi as pianist? Why is this like throwing at him in the same class as Daddy? Good thing Mr. Wright didn't hear that one. What a sneak this to his own daughter. Look at all these electronic devices. I'm guessing they have something to do with the sounds. Well, I guess when we can fiddle. Let's see. Don't touch that. A healthy curiosity is a key to a good investigation. Okay, Curious George, whatever. When in doubt, fiddle. That's what Daddy always say. They should require parental testing clearly. What a big stage. It's on a whole other scale other than a Wonder Bar. The lightning were so bright I could see the whole first part of the concert. I would love to do my act on the stage like this someday. Just hold back on the lights for my eyes' sake, please. You'll be blind by my magic to worry about lights. You probably don't want to blind the audience if you plan to show them the magic. Look, a ladder. I'm guessing that they need to work on the lights and such. Why don't they use step ladders? I prefer step ladders, really. Is that so wrong? Not wrong, it's just, well, why don't you prefer step ladders? It's so much flexible than plain old ladders. I prefer my ladders rigged and stable, thank you. Now that's a big instrument case. That case is for contrabass, I think. I could fit 20 violins in there, I bet. It looks like a violin, but it's completely a different instrument. You could fit 5 Trucy in there, I bet. Wow. She has to be like fucking 3 foot or 4 feet. Hey, are you comparing me with an instrument? I wonder who left this sitting open like that. Nothing much. Alright, let's get the fuck out. Oh, I need to talk to her about this. What do you think about this revolver? Well, it's pretty big and heavy. That's right, it's a .45 caliber. That makes it one of the deadliest revolver around. Even the police don't carry the gun this big. Really? Yeah, it doesn't make sense. That shit heavy as hell. I'm pretty sure, I mean, Latus is probably big though. That's probably his gun. You don't need so much power to kill such a close range. It's overkill. That is true though. Sniper, like, it's like having a shotgun close range. Not only and shoot it in the head. That's like actually blows someone's head off though. It's just mushed. I'm not sure I see the problem. I mean, whenever I go out to eat curry, I order it extra spicy just to be sure it's spicy. Of course, I can only eat 1 or 2 bites. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the fucking toilet is gonna be in shambles after that. That's not a problem. There's another thing about the guns this big. It puts a lot of strain on the shooter. Strain? Yeah, let's just say if you ever fire this revolver, the recoil. The recoil will probably dislocate your shoulder. If you don't, yeah, it's like if you don't hold it very properly or hold it stiff. If you think revolver is gonna fucking dislocate your shoulder like that, just fucking imagine on the shotgun, revolver, the AR, and worse, sniper. It looks like a shooter that's a victim too. Yeah, I bet that's the revolver quite well. I'm guessing whoever did it used to shooting. I use shooting in a caliber weapon. Well, that's about it. I think we looked at just about everything there is. I guess you're right. I know how you're feeling. It's hard to know when it's to stop. But anything is more involved as wait until the squad gets here. I suppose. I'll go report the evidence. Sorry, I couldn't wait. Sorry, but could you wait here till I get back? Actually, I actually have to. Great, thanks. She left. What do we do now, Apollo? She told us to wait. Great. Now how am I supposed to investigate? Oh well, I guess it can't be helped. Let's go. Huh? Go. It's time to waste. Time's a wasting time. We got a lot of grounds to cover. Well, that's true, but on second thought, why not? I'm sure there's everything that will be fine. Of course it will. Let's go. Alright, Latus, you stay put there. We're gonna be going soon. Who the fuck is that? Eek! Who's there? And he disappeared. We didn't just imagine that, did we? He was wearing a silk hat. A friend of yours? Hardly. Whoever that was, he sure looks suspicious. To the stage we go, or Gaviner's, I don't know. Nope. In the wings. What is it with today? Probably problems after problem. Axel. Axel. You ain't kidding. It's the two leading members of the Governors, Apollo, Clavia on vocals, and Darwin on guitar. They're so cool. It's a hard time to thinking Clavia as anything but a prosecutioner, honestly. Huh? What are they arguing about? Probably the case, I bet. My hog won't start, my guitar case is busted. My guitar has been burnt to the crisp, and top it off, someone's dead. Then there was a performance just now. What is up all of that about? Hey man, don't blame me. You're the one who missed the cue. Me? Missed the cue? How could I conveniently get the most important part of the song wrong? How? And what is all the teeny playing of yours? Who you calling teeny? Sounds like they're having a spat. One of those differences in the musical direction bands are always playing up over. This is hardly the time. I mean, look what happened to the Beatles, for example. Ever since Yoko came into an image, the Beatles gone to shit. Well, mostly on John Lennon's part. What are you two doing here? Hiya? We were discussing the investigation, if you don't mind. Sorry, wait, you were what? Listen, you need to confirm that with the Republic of Bulgaria, Detective Crescent. Right, anything else? What did he just call him? Detective? Ah, greetings. Whoa. Oh, nah. You know, his head looks like a dick. I feel like Darwin's probably gonna be the dickhead. Hello? Criminals affair? Apollo. You really don't know anything about governors, do you? Something tells me about the remanded. About the crime. Which crime do you mean? The murder? What else? Oh, that. For me, today has been a hit parade of crimes, you see. Prosecutor Gavin was singing the blues earlier, wasn't he? Something about his hog and his guitar case. Anyways, I'm afraid you know more about the killing of Letus than I do. For now, at least. Huh? You're the one who found the body, yeah? Well, we're in the middle of the performance, no less. Are you gonna examine the crime scene, Prosecution Gavin? I'll leave the floor-line detective wouldn't want to step on her toes. They're not exactly the best buddy, are they? Emma and Prosecution Gavin, I mean. Well, what to do next? We already checked on the scene. Prosecution Gavin may be right. He might be the most informed for once. Maybe Prosecution Gavin can shed some light on the things we found. I don't believe you, Apollo. How could you do this to a concert and not know about the governors? It's not surprising, right? Even our ancestors knew nothing of America's existence once. I know America exists. Technically, we're not. Kind of been found like not too long though. The governors aren't just an average rock band, Apollo. Each member is connected to police somehow. The police? The real police. By the day they pack heat, but the night they heat up the stage. By the day those lips interrogates, by the night they sing songs unrequited and passion. Okay. They debuted 7 years ago with 13 Hard Times for Love. Came to love with no chance of parole, and my boyfriend is the prosecution and witness. The list goes on, goes on and on. Who lurking though? Someone's lurking? Oh. The list goes on. The list of hits goes on and on. This is for my right hand man, Darwin Crescent. I make the melodies and he attacks them with his guitar. He's a bit of a rogue, already. This guy's a bit of a perfectionist. When a performance goes at least a bit wrong, he goes this funk. Just like today. I hope murder would be a bit more off-putting than a ruined concert. The concert today, a disaster. I ought to get to the bottom of this, and this we'll see who the Mr. Q. The Miss Q? They were arguing about that before. Great. I love nothing more than questioning tormented artists. What's this Miss Q you keep talking about? Aha, you heard of it, didn't you? From the audience. Actually, I didn't notice anything. See, no amateur is gonna pick up on that one. Can't you guarantee that the entire audience are mature? No? Now take a look at this. What's that? A mixing board we used to record our concert tonight. Aren't we supposed to be investigating a murder? Well, we come this far, might as well go all the way. I always want to learn about this recording industry. This one but one of the devices used in recording. We're in a 5-part band. This let us record each member performance separately. He uses sliders to adjust the volume for each part. Check it out. Wow, neat. So could you say here only the drum part? Of course, that's how we find a criminal guilt of missing his cue tonight. I'm more concerned with another criminal, the one who killed people. You want to help on the case? Then help me with mine. I guess rock and roll comes before prosecution. Let's begin. First, we bring the part of the performance in question. You simply choose a section of the songs you wish to hear on the uppermost bar, like so. There it is. Now listen. Was something wrong? You couldn't hear it? Listen again, closely. Ah, the timing's a little off. The timing is a little off, isn't it? You see? There, right, the most important part. Even a mature can hear it. Yes, even a mature can able to hear it. What were you doing now, Phoenix, right? What were you doing now? Von Karma, no! It is I who missed the cue on the guilty left, Phoenix, right? I sabotaged Gavin's roll call so he will be concerned on this murder. Of how his cue added in murder. What were you doing now, Phoenix, right? What were you doing now? Mature with a mixing board, maybe. You're missing the point. We will never stop out the crime until we're perfect. Perfect. And here he goes again. Right. Her amateur. You will prove my point. Huh? Me? You will find a missing cue. You will tell me which instrument or which party is the guilty party. But how? Did I not explain it? Move the slider with the L and L. Upper L and upper L and lower L to adjust the volume for each part. Then you'll find a part and hopefully indulge in the cue with the left L and the right L. You'll find it with your untrained amateur ears. Nothing to do but try, Apollo. I guess. I'll admit this looks kind of fun. First, a quick review. Use up L and LL, and a part of a blah 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 jumping into another section with an L and an R. Once you found the guilty part, press X to point it out. Time to talk. This part is off. Which part is that? The second guitar? Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. Did not need to. It was you, Donovan. Well, it looks like a cat out the bag. Got your ass. Ah, well, is that what you had to say? The kind of attitude that the killer walks free, Donovan. Here they go again. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to ask them about the concert. It's starting to feel like we just wasting their time. It's experience all under our belt. It can't be that bad. Also, what the fuck? Hold on. Something don't feel right. Alright, there you go. Alright, there you go. Still can't go over the title for that song. Guilty Love. I wrote those lyrics, you know. Though it was L'Amour who gave them life. Oh, that's beautiful. Girl, maybe I should try to write some lyrics someday. Bro, Apollo is just he's just hating, bro. I was wondering if there's, you know, anything about this. Does it look familiar? Familiar? It's mine. That's my keyring. I've been looking all over for it. What? That's yours, Mr. Gavin? I knew it. Apollo, how could you make that I knew it face? This is the key that was... Yeah, I know. Thanks. Anyway, so where did you find it? And there goes that sound. Actually, the victim was holding it. Like he was actually trying to hide it from the killer. It was meant for his life. I don't know. Something like that bullshit type way. You know. What? The victims? You mean Mr. Latouche had my keys? Indeed. When will it be when my trial will be over? Speaking of trial, I never heard Mr. Gavin whines in court like he has been today. Emma was right about the fop. I'll give her that. Paulo! Mr. Gavin, maybe we can help. Tell us about your troubles today. I really don't think that's... tell us. And we'll keep mom about the key ring for now. Are you blackmailing me for a lie? Okay. Okay, he does not care about the murder weapon at all. There you go. So you're saying that something about the motorcycle was not starting? Something about your guitar? Her caught being busted? You're well aware, well informed. You mentioned it a few times. Ugh, duh. It all happened this morning. All this keyring fault. The keyring? It got my keys on it, yeah? my bike key, my car keys, and the keys to my guitar case. Wait, so this key ring, it disappeared. I thought I put it in my jacket pocket. Prosecutioner Gavin must have a ring that disappeared. I had to come up with the concept by taxi. How embarrassing. In order to get my guitar out, I had to break the lock. Wait, the guitar wasn't that one. The very one up in the flames. And right on the stage too. I actually thought that this was part of the show. Crazy. And to top it all off, Mr. Latour's life was taken. Nobody told me about the days that like these. Strange days indeed. You think? What's wrong, Trucy? Well, I was just trying to make sense of everything. First, the heart-shaped key gets stolen. Then the very expensive guitar flares up on stage. Mr. Latour's die. Yes, and? Could it really be just a coincidence? Coincidence? Meaning, Darwin, can you make any sense of all of this? Hey, don't look at me. What do you think, Apollo? Huh? I mean, either Mr. Gavin is hearing really bad day, or all this was planned. You aren't thinking what you're thinking. Or are you Four-Line? I am. What? Hey, don't leave me in the dark with Spike here. Name Apollo, but yeah, I agree. Don't leave us in the dark. What are you talking about? Haven't you noticed a connection, Apollo? A curious connection between all of the Mr. Gavin's trouble today. Well, you know, something was bugging me too. That key ring and the guitar and the body. Slow down there, Paulie. You look a wee bit dizzy. He's bluffing. He hasn't figured it out. I don't like the way he's laughing and his head goes like doing like that. You saw that, right? Just doing. Fess up if you're a man. You're clueless as I am, huh? That's not something you want to say about yourself for that. No. Give her forehead a chance. Let's see evidence of the connection, shall we? Evidence? I better think of something pronto. Come on, Paul. Come on. Let's see it. What's the connection between all the Gavin's trouble? It is because that I am a lawyer. The connection is this, right? I would say that you were close, but really you're kind of far remote even. Oops, try not to anger Trucy, Apollo. No sudden motives, just find the evidence slowly. It's this, isn't it? A lyric sheet? The guitar Serenity? What's this gotta do with anything? It has everything to do with everything. Though I wouldn't have to believe it if his Four-Line hadn't pointed it out. What are you talking about, man? Enough with the riddles. Oh no, it's getting fatter. His hair. Maybe it is a coincidence. Or perhaps it means something. Don't you think, Four-Line? I do. Everything that happens to Mr. Gavin today is predicted in the lyrics to this song. What? No way. Look, just think about everything happened to Mr. Gavin. Let's list them in order that it occurred while reading this lyric sheet. First a key ring was stolen, and not just a key ring, a heart-shaped key ring. That's right, here. When you stole away the key, my heart held on to it so tight. The heart holding it. Key is holding keys. What's next? His guitar burst into flames. Burning on my heart. Firing burned my love away. And then Mr. Latour was killed. Like a bullet of love, fire takes my life away. But that's crazy. Yeah, no kidding. So everything that happened today here, the song predicted it all? Or perhaps the other way around. The criminal could have based their crime on the lyrics, but who would go through all that trouble Someone who moves in mysterious way, no doubt. I believe you stumble upon something quite vital and quite annoying for the eye. She looks so pleased. The lyrics predicting the crime cleverly. It seems a bit more than just a coincidence to me. I have to agree. The keyring, the guitar, the murder. The keyring must have been dropped by accident. Yet the victim was holding on hard to think it was unconnected. That's true. Prosecutioner Gavin, calm and collected as ever. So the criminal matched their actions to the lyrics. That sounds likely. Why would anyone do that? While we think about that, I'm going to get cracking to the biggest crime here. I'm going to talk to the Bulgarian embassy about this, Mr. Letus. Alright, thanks, Donovan. I'll leave the pondering mysterious to you. I'm out of here. Yeah, get out, fuck out of here with that doing ass hair. A foreign national, Mr. Letus, was killed. Seems like it would have been must been a point of all this. And they did more than that. They left us with not only a murder, but a mystery. Well, I mean, murder has always been a mystery, though. Mr. Gavin sure is irritable today. Maybe this is the real prosecutioner Gavin we didn't get to see in the courtroom. I have seen enough, frankly. If you find any more mysterious, do me a favor and keep them to yourself, yeah? Yeah. I guess this is where all we're going to get from Prosecutioner Gavin. At least Lemore to question. Prosecutioner Gavin, do you know where Lemore is now? I had to let her go to my dressing room with that pianist Machi Tobaye. Of course, she seems rather shocked by Letus's son passing. The governor's dressing room. Got it. Oh, see you, Mike. Oh god, it's him again. Eek! Who's there? It's him again. The yellow hat man. There he goes again. Who is that guy? Trucy? You know, he did look sort of familiar. Is he a friend of yours? Not... No, that's not it. Sorry, I don't remember. Curiosity and Curiosity. Let's get it. More dressing room. The scene of the crime. We're not supposed to go in there, but aren't we involved? Aren't we a duty bound to investigate? Even we're not supposed to go in there, even though we literally went there twice. Sadly, no. Though the situation being here what it is, now's our best chance to do some snooping. Alright, Letus, how you doing, man? You doing fine? Laying there, chilling? Alright, man. We'll see you soon, bro. Once we get to investigation. Ah, Lemore. What's happened? I heard that Mr. Lecheux had died. Lemore, you speak? I mean, you speak English? Ah, yes. I was invited here in Republic of Bulgaria, but I'm not a Bulgarian by birth. Weren't you Mr. Letus, your interpreter? Ah, yes, well, it was Mr. Letus's idea. He thought it would add to the mystery, you see. Then your pianist is also... No, Machi Tobias is Bulgarian. He does not speak English. Now, please, tell me, what has happened to Mr. Letus? Why does he... Actually, Mr. Latour was Trucy. Huh? Remember what Prosecutioner Gavin said. Not a word. But Mr. Latour is Lamore's manager. That's not fair to her. I mean, isn't she related? Isn't she a related party? Precisely. Who Prosecutioner Gavin does not want to alert, I suspect. All we have been told is to wait here in this room. It's vitally unsettling. I'm sorry, we're trying to figure it out ourselves. Do you think I could actually ask you some questions? Of course, I'm always willing to help. She's calm as she look on stage. Can't put my fingers on why, but I like this Lemore. What is it, Machi? What? But you be alone. What seems to be a problem. Machi, he's not good around strangers. He wished to go out for a breath for fresh air. Would that be alright? Sure, of course. Rose, introverted. Very well. What is it you wish to ask me about? The Republic of Bulgaria. That's the Northern Europe, right? I never heard of it. I started out singing in a restaurant. Then a producer called me. Before I knew it, here I am. You don't say. You know, my daddy played piano in a restaurant. Producer tends to look for talent, sure see. Lemore, you're not from Bulgaria originally. Where were you born here? Well. Oh, is that supposed to be a secret? Image is everything when you're a star. I know a bit about that, of course. Ah, yes. It is something like that. A contract, you might say. A contract? I'm also not speaking anything but Bulgarian in public. Image is important, I guess. She's not all image though. Her songs are lovely. A real landscape painter in sounds. A painter in what? She travels the world, turning the sights she sees into music. That's the secret to your music beauty, right? You're very perceptive. Oh, I'll use your songs all the time in my stage act. I don't have to pay royalties for that, do I? Stop while you're ahead, Trucy. Yeah, man. Yeah, Trucy, stop glazing. You low-key like glazing and shit, though. This landscape painter in sounds, too, is an image. Yet, without it, my songs would not be so widely heard. They even called you the Sirens of Ballad, right? Yes, in Bulgarian, Lemore means the sirens. I fear that perhaps already I am not in the sirens I once was. Your pianist Machi, wasn't? He's cute, like Proclean doll. He's very European. That sounds... He's very European. Apollo, that's kind of low-key racist though. I'm gonna say that though. I met him while singing in a restaurant in Bulgaria. He is an orphan, yet his play is exquisite. Soon he came to live with me. It's like a fairy tale almost. I notice he hardly leaves your side. Yes, well, he is blind. At first I hesitated in dragging him across the world. He doesn't speak English either, does he? He had never left Bulgaria before we met. I made his presence part of my contract. Machi and I are Lemore together always. Mr. Latour, he was my new manager. No. Yes, from 3 months ago, around when I received Mr. Gavin's invitation to come. I met Mr. Latour at my office. He was to be my manager and bodyguard. And as it turned out, my interpreter. Interpreter, even though you speak English. Yes, but we were visit more place than we just here. We had contract in Japan scheduled after this one. Oh, you're gonna see my country then? Though I fear that I may have been cancelled. Though I fear that I may have to be cancelled now. Yeah, with the murder, yeah, of course. I'm pretty sure it pretty much canceled the entire world tour at this point. Was Mr. Latour from Republic of Bulgaria too? Well, he was the only one with me for 3 months. I'm afraid that there is much I do not know about him, and now I shall never know. No one will even tell me why he has died. I'm sorry. Prosecutioner Gavin said we weren't to speak anyone. Mr. Latour was a talented man. The sirens are valid. That face was his idea, you know. I am happy for him that he becomes so well known. The sirens. That's what he meant? Huh? Apollo? You're the sirens, right, Lamore? That is the meaning of the name of Oginian, yes. It is the name of my producer gave me. But why do you ask? It's very important. I had to know for sure if its siren was you. What do you mean important? I'll tell you. You deserve to know. Siren. It turns out they're very important words in this case. How? When we found Mr. Latour, he was still alive. What? I heard him say something. His last words. Mr. Latour, can you hear me? Ask the witness. Hang in there, Mr. Latour. Tell me, who was the witness? The witness is Siren. He said Siren? Really? I was the only one who can ever hear it, but I'm sure that's what he said. Mr. Latour said that? As the witness. And you're the Siren, Lamore. Did you see something? What happened? Lamore? Might I ask, are you with the police? Oh, well, no, I am a defense attorney. An attorney? Yet there have been no arrests, yes? Is there a problem? Does the attorney do not work for the client? If you have no client, you should lead the investigation to the police, I think. But, Lamore, where? I'm sorry, but I cannot answer your questions. I'm afraid you lack attorney to ask them. Why? If she witnessed the crime, why won't she tell us? I believe we are through here. I believe so. So about this the postcard. That reminds me. Does this brooch look brooch look familiar to you? My brooch. Yes. Well, it may be mine. Yours, Lamore. I was wearing a brooch earlier, you see. I must have had lost it. Well, that explains the brooch we found. It was Lamore's. Thank you. I was wondering why I have to drop it. So this brooch belongs to her. That begs the question. Is there something wrong, Apollo? What was this brooch doing in the crime scene? Ooh. That is actually true. That's really truthful. What was it? Despite that they say there's no witness. Whoa, who's there now? It's you. Where were you? Emma, is there something wrong? She looks grumpier than usual. You bet something's wrong. The impossible happened. And it's your fault, you know. Oops. Maybe this is something about us leaving the crime scene. What do you mean by impossible? Well, it's gone. Utterly gone. What's gone? The body, stupid. What else? Whoa, damn. Damn, didn't need to call Trucy stupid like that. Mr. Latour's body has disappeared. What? It really disappeared? Oh, Prosecutor Gavin. From your vacated stare, I gather you have heard the news. I heard Mr. Latour's body has gone missing. Look for yourself. Oh shit! Quite the pickle. Quite the pickle. How could you just stand there? We just had to start the investigation. There's no need for the long four-line detective. All entrance exit has been sealed. The body will not leave the building, so I guess we go find ourselves a cadaver. There will be plenty of time to ponder of why later. Well, you seem pretty sure of yourself, Mr. Gavin. Oh, we'll find him. I'd rather enjoying this. How could Mr. Latour's body just disappeared? Yeah, the thing is that man is big as fuck. Well, you heard that man. Let's get searching. Hey, what? I don't know if this is exactly the right time, but yes, Darwin. See, Geeter's gone missing. It was in the dressing room. Geeter? Who's Geeter? That's what I call my guitar. You like that, man? Your guitar was stolen. This hasn't been a good day for guitar or guitars. Okay, bodies first, then guitar. So if somebody find a guitar, please bring it back to our dressing room. Guitars are like a missing person, not lost and found, man. Well, this is, what do you call it? A sausage? Oh, sweet snitcher. What did you say? No, wait, it was a pickle, and it's your pickle. I told you to stay in the room. Sorry, not much I can say. It's alright. Top priority right now is to find the body. You can make it up to me later. 10 bags or so chocolate snackaroos should do the trick nicely. I'm pretty sure finding a body's gotta be worth more than just the 10 bags of snackaroos. You should watch your sugar intakes, Emma. Otherwise, you're gonna have diabetes. There should be a body here, but there's not. How could that happen and why? Okay, I guess she doesn't care about anything else. Now about the fruit. Alright, let's get the fuck out. Anything else? No. Oh. Oh, something don't feel right in this stage. Does something seems different to you, Apollo? Something is definitely different here. Let's check it out. I'm not sure that's what important right now. Let's check out in the middle of the stage. Okay. That stage must have been lower before. That's the tower that Lamore and Prosecutor Gavin were singing on. Someone must have raised it. I don't see the way of controlling it from here. Apollo, what about that ladder that you used against the wall? We could use that to take a look up top. Maybe we should get Emma. What are you talking about? We had to find this sort of thing for ourselves. I'm not so good with height. Stop whining and start climbing. Ugh. Climbing. It didn't look that high from below, really. But when we got to the top, I felt every one of those 15 feet down. Of course, I wasn't thinking about the heights anymore. Not after we found up. Eek! We found two things that we're looking for. One thing we never expected to find. The body, guitar in hand, and a pianist, Machi Tobaye. How the fuck he got knocked the fuck out like that? Oh my god, I don't like them. Those panty loafers he's wearing. The 1, 2, buckle my shoe, 3, 4, buckle some more, 5, 6, Nike kicks. Wow, that concert last week was sure went south in a hurry. No kidding. Why did they arrest Machi? Why? Don't look at me. It's like it's my fault. Machi Tobaye, the blind pianist, arrested on suspicious of murdering Romain Latouche. I can't believe such a cute little boy could do something so horrible. I guess they had proof of some kind. What proof could possibly... Hey, morning. Morning. Prosecutor Gavin. What a night, eh? I apologize for being so upset. Mr. Gavin, do you know what's going on? Why did they arrest Machi? Why? Don't look at him like it's fault either. It was tough for me too. We performed together that night after all, yet? The powers that to be said as given circumstances that only have been him. What do you mean by circumstances? Lemore was invited from Bulgaria as an ambassador of the goodwill. It is vital that the case be wrapping up swiftly. That is all the power that to be wanted, really. Well, those are circumstances, alright. Well, what makes Machi the only possibility suspect? Her forehead. You seem to have forgotten that you were talking to the prosecutioner. Oh, right. I think I like this side of Prosecutioner Gavin better, actually. I'm not at liberty to discuss a particular of the case, especially not to the defense attorney. What? Did you just say me, the defense attorney? That's what I came to tell you. He's down at the detention center. He wants to request your service. He? You mean Machi? Machi wants me? This is what we've been waiting for, Apollo. Let's get going. Right. Good luck. I'm up to question Lemore. Right, later. I hope I'm up to this. Oh, I guess we just go there by ourselves rather than just manually. Well, I just don't get it. I refuse to believe a cute little kid like that could do something so terrible. And the thing is that Lemore. How old is Machi? Machi is 14 years old. Shouldn't he be in a fucking juvenile rather than an actual prison? Like in an actual adult detention center? But then again, this is Phoenix. This is Ace Attorney. Judicial court system is so fuck in this game that anything could happen though. Like you can literally go in jail for any stupid reason. You said that already. Machi, everything is gonna be okay. We're here for you. Hi. Maybe you can tell us about last night. Huh? Oh shit. He's in mentally distress. He probably seen some crazy shit going on in the detention center, bro. I mean, he is in jail though, so technically he probably met some crazy ass convicts, bro. And that's when I realized how tough it must be. A kid like this in a country so far everything he's ever known. Maybe Lemore can help? But then Prosecutioner Gavin said that she was with him. Good luck. I'm out to question Lemore. Well, what are we gonna do? That's a good question. I can't think of anything we can do but go with this and hope that the best of trial tomorrow. Oh shit, dude. And that's first one down. Oh, hold on. I need to get a drink again for a moment. I'll be right back. And I'm back, y'all. Welcome back. Also, what the fuck happened to my fucking command? Hold up. Not that much. Alright. Recording now in session. How do I say that? Machi Tobaye, Your Honor. The pixie of Arpego. Arpego? Right. His trial. The court is in session. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is A.O.K. The prosecution is A.O.K. her judge. Very well, Prosecutor Gavin. My open state, yeah? No, actually, there was something I wanted to ask you about. Yes? Say, you're going to visit someone in a hospital with an incurable disease. What do you say to them? Eh? I mean, I wouldn't say to get well soon, right? You'll only be kicking them when you're down. I'm pretty sure it's telling them to get well soon is not pretty much incurable disease. No. Actually, no, not really. That's at least you're still contributing to show your condolences to them. What are you talking about? Actually, I'm going to visit someone who is terminally ill. Right after this trial, the Chief Justice's son. The Chief Justice's son? His son is afflicted with a most terrible disease. He doesn't have long, it seems. So I thought I would go pay him a visit. I thought saying something moving might be an order of the day. I don't grow up ever just say that, say what's on their mind instead of pretending. Well, Trucy, sadly nowadays, 95% of people are now fucking snakes. That they will never fucking show it off no more. Nobody's fucking honest no more. She looks at me like she's disgusted. Hey, why are you looking at me like that for? In any case, I'm a bit busy today, so let's wrap this things up quickly. Cause I have things to do, cause I do not give a shit at what's going on, because the court trials only last like 3 days averagely. Prosecutioner Gavin, open your statement briefly. You're in luck, her judge. I believe you'll be going on your hospital visit sooner than you think. First, to review the victims in this case. Romania Letus, age 35, the global manager for the Diva Sanchez Lemior. The cause of death, blood loss due to a shot by a large caliber revolver. This report has been all the detail. The court accepted into this evidence. Letus attorney added to the court record. 45 caliber. That's quite large, isn't it? I mean, not really though. It's a direct hit that could knock a man down off his feet. I mean, it depends on the impact though. 45 caliber bullet is pretty small though. It's like the size of your, at least your fingertip though. Now the 7.62, which is the sniper rifle, is the size of your fucking palm. However, the bullet struck him in the shoulder. The damage to the bullet had slight depth, was not immediate. Sadly, his blood loss was such that he could not be saved. I suppose the victim condition could have been much worse considering. Crime photo has been added. 2 shots were fired. 1 shot missed and the other penetrated and passed through the victim's shoulders. Both bullets were found in the water in the scene. Observe the diagram. This is where the bullets hit. I see. The court accepts this evidence. If we're talking about the 45 caliber revolver, we must have assumed that the killer was adept to the weapon use. Really? Yeah, apparently the weapon, the size was powerful kickback. If said, the judge tried to fire one, it would break every bone of his body. The defendant will take more care in choosing examples. Otherwise, I'll have to penalize you for that, because I am a pity son of a bitch. As I was saying, the victim was shot backstage in the dressing room. This dressing room has only one entrance, this door. It does seem to be a case, yes. However, there were witnesses who heard the gunshot. He was talking about you and Emma, huh? Yet, the witness entered the room. It was empty, save for the victim's body, of course. But that's impossible. Exactly. This murder was impossible for all but one person. One person? That is, of course, the defendant, Machi Tobaye. Only this defendant could have committed the crime. But how? It's quite simple. The circumstances of the crime scene makes it clear. Very well. I assume that you have a testimony to back this claim. Please show the witness to the stand. Your name and profession, please. Emma Sky. I'm a detective, the police department. I was on a security detail on a concert forum that night. Emma Sky. Emma seems tired somehow. Security at the concert, you say? Some security I was. Couldn't even stop a murder. Now, don't blame yourself. Things like this happen. I have made a bigger mistakes in my career, you know. Being a fucking judge was a fucking mistake. I'm sure that makes her feel much better. I wanna hear about these bigger mistakes. In any case, because you were on the security detail, the crime was quickly discovered. And we were able to identify the killer. You may give in a court your testimony if you would. Describe the circumstances of the day that your discovery of the crime, please. I just out of topic, I just want to point out that fucking Gavin's chains, his necklace kind of low-key looks like a Resident Evil 6 though. Or that's just me. the Resident Evil 6 logo. Alright. The night of the murder, I was on the security backstage at the prosecutioner Gavin's request. One person involved with the concert in some ways were allowed to backstage. At the beginning of the third set, I heard shots. I went into the room, filled with blaring rock music, and found a body. I examined the scene and determined that the only defendant could have done it. It was lucky that the detective was the first one on the scene. But the door was the only way out of the room, right? Yeah, pretty much. Then I don't get it. How could they say that Machi did it? Looks like we need a bit more information. Very well. The defendant may begin the cross-examination. The night of the murder was the night of the concert, yes? That's right. Was the detective was doing the security details, might I ask? If it was the only concert? I thought exactly. But an order is an order, even when they come from the rock gods. Executioner Gavin? Yes, allow me to explain. I smelled something that day, you might say. The stench of conspiracy. That day, at the concert hall. Conspiracy? Well, isn't it obvious? My keys. That whole morning, no? The whole day was ruined. And it's all because someone stole my keys. I couldn't ride my hawk to the show. I couldn't open my guitar case. There he goes again. Isn't it possible that he simply misplaced them? Misplaced them? Misplaced items do not just wander into the murder's victim's hand on their own. What's this? Prosecutioner Gavin? If your keys were in the victim's hand, that makes you a prime suspect. Thank you, Judge. Love, slow acting and new. Adequate is waiting for you. He's singing something. Does everything with this guy have to do with over the top? The killing happened in the middle of my concert, and I was, like a sailor, adrift in the sea of sound. Anyways, I didn't want anything else stolen, so I put the detective with the most time of their hands on the task. I see. I can accept that. Well, I can't. What do you do? What do you mean a time of the... Please, that's testimony. What do you mean the time on their hand? Please, that's testimony. That was a long ass hold it statement. Holy shit. We were in through. I didn't know about that. I certainly did not invite you. I gave Fräulein a special permission to be here. I wanted to see her again. Gavin, I don't think you want to say that. I mean, she's fucking 15, bro. Oh boy, did you hear that? We're officially involved now. Gee, great. Some other hangers on tried to get on backstage, but I drove them off. So no other outsiders were there then. And then... I believe we were having chat when we heard the shots. You were the only one chatting. I was eating snack rolls. Ah, hey, no snacking in the court. You sure the shots came from Lamor's room? Yes, absolutely. Hey, I'm the one being cross-examined here. Here, keep this. This will keep you quiet. Thanks. So, how about Emma? We were right there. Hard to be mistaken about that. Please, either talk or eat. Not both at the same time. Go. Okay. Right, so right after that, me and Mr. Lawyer there opened the dressing room door. I went in. Rock? Blaring, yes. When did you say rock? Are you referring perhaps to this rock and roll music that is so popular these days? I mean, I don't think rock and roll is that popular much like it used to. I mean, in the 70s to the 90s, yeah, it was. But I don't think so in 2020, 24 though. That's right. When we went into the dressing room. I mean, they're still holding off though. The music was blaring over the speaker on the wall. The pipes the pipe sound from the stage into a backstage through the speaker. That way people in the back can hear when they're supposed to be on the stage. Did it have to be so loud? You don't listen to the gatherings with your ears. You feel it with your entire bodies and soul. I always have the backstage monitor at full volume. When we walk into the room, the band was playing Guilty Love, I believe, making it so easier to determine the time of the crime. If you can hear that music playing, then everyone on the stage for that song has an alibi, including myself. Anyways, I close out the scenes and start my investigation. I examine the scene and determine the only one defendant could have done it. How could you know something like that? As I said, it was clear from the circumstances. Listen, we know that the only one who exited in a room, that door. Sorry, something was on my fucking mic for a moment. We know that there's the only one exit the room, that door. That small window only opened a tiny crack, and I was wandering in the front of the door. So, how could a killer have fled the scene? There's only one possibility, the air vent. But the air vent was so small, who could have possibly? Exactly. There's certainly no way for me to get through normally. The only one who could fit through was a child. A child? Remember? Access to those rooms was limited. The only one who was involved with the concert were allowed. And all of the people involved with the concert. Only one is small enough to be considered a child. The defendant, the pixie of Arpeggio, flitted up towards the sky and disappeared from the scene of the crime. But that's just conjecture. Oh, there was no other way out of that room. You were there. You should know, Hertfordhead. And God, I'd be voice cracking a lot. Holy shit. And then there's another vital piece of evidence. Marks were found on the air vent gill. Traces that it was recently been opened. Wait, what? There was something else that was found quite clearly. The defendant Machi Tobae fingerprints. What? What? Damn. Order! That air vent was the only way out of that room. The defendant fingerprints were found on the grill. Well, Hertfordhead, was it a fairy tale? Does it suggest you? Only one could pass through that vent, that doorway to heaven, and that one is our pixie. Why are you looking at me, Apollo? Hey, I was out whooping it up in the audience. So this is his decisive evidence. Quite decisive indeed. The judge can actually can read my fucking mind. I believe that's enough for that. The prosecution has a rather convincing case. The only way in and out was a crime scene was watched, making the defendant the only one who could possibly leave the scene of crime. Simply and decisive. I believe that we have heard enough to determine our verdict. Even if I wasn't in a hurry to make a hospital visit, I'm sure Chief Justice will appreciate the gesture. Unfortunately, we have no direct witnesses. Fortunately, the crime left the decisive evidence for us. That will have to be enough. I can't believe it'd be over already. Very well. I believe this trial is finished. If the defense have no contradiction evidence, the prosecution has presented our proof, clear and plain. if you have a contradicting evidence. It'd be better to clear it and plain. Apollo, they got us on a rope already. I know. We better come up with something quick. I know. Think. What can get us out of this? We need evidence or witness that can prove Machi's innocent beyond a doubt. Without that, go. Mr. Justice, do you have a contradiction evidence that proved the prosecution that do you have a contradiction proof that overturned the prosecution case? Okay, well, we're gonna. If you do, you better tell us about it now. Otherwise, you're gonna get penalty for it. This is it, and so soon. If I mess this one up, it'll be all over. The court wants a contradicting proof. I don't have a proof. It's a witness. The prosecution, Gavin, you claim that there is no witness to this crime. Are you absolutely sure? Absolutely. I swear it on my career as a prosecution. And on my million-seller hit song, Atruno Quinin My Love. There he goes again. That's too bad, because there was a witness. Oh ho! Really now? But who do you come to possess knowledge that the prosecution clearly does not? Because I'm the one who was in the world who knows this. It's a flashback. Mr. Tofuda, can you hear me? Cold. So cold. Witness. You're cold. Don't worry. You're gonna be fine. Help is on the way. Can't see. Hang in there, Mr. Latour. Tell me, who was the witness? The witness is silent. What? The victim said that before he died? Perhaps he did. Perhaps he did not. What do you mean by that? All that we know is what her forehead said. What he said, it's no testimony, especially since it comes from the defense attorney himself. Objection! But it's the truth, he said it. I even told you about it, but apparently you ignore me completely. It is my policy to fully investigate everything I deem relevant. Clearly, this rookie lawyer thinks that he can tell me how to do my job. That's enough! Mr. Justice, we need a clear contradictory proof from you. This witness of yours, unknown to the prosecution. I hope you're right. Failure carries a stiff penalty. Perhaps a stiffer penalty than usual is called for. There's no going back now. Let's hear the name of the witness, Mr. Justice. I love how that Mr. Phoenix Wright is on this fucking profile, despite that he's not. I don't think he even fucking appeared in this fucking episode. Lamore? Recall Mr. Latour's last words. Witness is sorry. The siren. Aha! He meant the siren. That's right, the siren of the ballad. Lamore. Lamore was on stage for a second set, and she had access to the backstage area. She could have been a witness. I see. Well, prosecutor Gavin, my claim still stand. There was no witness to this crime. Very well. Let's hear it from the horse mouth then, shall we? Horse mouth is insane. We'll now take a break from a Detective Emma Sky cross-examination. Please, show Lamore to the witness stand. Lamore would not say nothing the night of the murder. Not today, though. Today we'll drag the story out of her, no matter what it is. It is my distinct honor to welcome Siren of Ballad to our court stand. You're too kind. You're too kind. Ah, you can speak English? Yes I can. Though I am not very good. It is very much I do not know. You speak so well. Have you spent time here before? Okay, Judge, relax. Actually, I do not know how I came by my knowledge of your language, nor do I studied it. What does she mean? She doesn't know. I too thought to call her as a witness, but I did not. I had a reason, of course. What's that? Lemur suffered from amnesia. Amnesia? Lemur is not my true name. Yet, I remember nothing of the crime before I was given it. Nothing of the time before I started singing on the stage. Oh, she's even more mysterious than I thought. As loud singer Lemur, she lived a good life. There was even little difficult for her thanks to her success. Yet, I did not wish to subject to her unnecessary stress. I see. I care surprisingly little about people's past. You have nothing to fear this court, Lemur. Thank you. And yet, there's something I do not understand. I am being called as a witness? What might I say? No one will tell me anything of what happened. Lemur, let me be frank. I did not want to ask you here to testify, yet that young gentleman with the wide forehead over there was adamant that you stand. Oh my. Congratulations, Apollo. You're a bad guy. Well now that you're here, please give us your testimony. If nothing else, the sound of your voice is welcome. Tell us what you saw the night of the crime. Witness testimony. What I saw. As for what I saw nothing. That night, I was invited to sing on the stage, and this I did. I did not return backstage after the second set. Then I was led by the police to Mr. Gavin's dressing room and told to wait there. That was when I learned something had happened, but I wasn't told by the detail. I must say, you sound wonderful just testifying. I hope he was too distracted to hear what he actually sang. There you have it. She saw nothing that night. Now we can only pray that the defense had the sense to admit the defeat and refrain from detaining her here longer than need be. Wow, you just got battered, Apollo. Way to go. Very well, Mr. Justice. Keep it short and sweet. Lemur wouldn't talk to me the night of the crime. She must have known something. I gotta find out what. Miss Turks, I named you. Mr. Latour, how can I tell you what I don't know? Lemur, he said that you were a witness in his dying words. I do not know what he meant to say, but that night I was invited to the singing stage and I did this. It was a great concert. It was a great concert for her, but it's not a great concert when it comes to Gaviners performing because you were hating. You say you don't want to listen to his shit. You heard me sing. Thank you. I was hoping to get an autograph later, actually. Of course. Mr. Justice, this is a cross-examination. You're out of the line. If anyone deserves an autograph here, it's me. One of my gravel would be nice. Her judge. Oh, what's this? It's my autograph. Now keep it. This child moving. What? Oh my. Hey, my grandchild will be so happy. Apparently his grandchild is a big fan. Let us continue, shall we? If you would, Lemur. Tell us what did you did with your stellar performance. I did not return to the backstage after the second set. You did not return to the backstage once? What were you then? What were you doing? I was cleaning up on stage. There were many things I wanted to do with a performance other than simply sing. And was Machi with you at the time? Unfortunately, I did not know where he was. So much for the island for Machi. Then I was led by the police. Yada yada yada. With Machi, correct? How was he then? He seems as always does, though I believe he was shocked by the news of Mr. Lesure's death. And yet, he is not the type to show much emotion. Yes, he is giving the police no end of headaches. He answered the most questions with a silence, and those glittering frames speaking nothing. The questioning has gotten very far. We sat there waiting. That's when I learned that something happened, but I wasn't told the detail. How was the incident explained to you? I was told nothing in details, only that Monsieur Latour died. Of course, investigation requires some security. But Monsieur Latour was my manager. I want to know more. I should have told. Both Machi and I were besides ourselves with concern. Allow me to apologize, but please understand. Keeping you in the dark was painful for me as it was for you. Yes, I understand. I think what doesn't ring true about her testimony. It's hard to imagine Lemuel was lying. She might have not been lying, but she's hiding something. What wouldn't tell me was the night of the murder. Okay, so I had to present evidence then. Somewhere around like 2, 3, or 4. Like testimony 3, 4, and 5.
Objection!
Gotcha. I'm sorry, Lemuel, but I have trouble believing you. You remember this brooch, did you not? Why, that's Lemuel. She was wearing it for her song. Care to add that to the testimony, Prosecutioner Gavin? What? This brooch was found after the murder took place. At the very scene of the crime. What? Oh shit, I actually got him. He actually don't know about it. Lemuel, how did your brooch get backstage if you did not go there yourself? And as for past Prosecutioner Gavin has just told us, you have been wearing during the performance that night. Huh? Monsieur, how did you manage to know? What is the meaning of this, Lemuel? Please explain. Lemuel? She said English is pretty difficult. That trick is not gonna work on here. Your forehead may be large, but you are a lawyer, truly. But you have missed one important fact. What now? In fact, at the time of the incident, I went backstage, but only for the moment. What? Think back to the moment of the crime. You know where I speak of. Is she really saying all that? What's she talking about, Apollo? Right when an incident occurred. Huh? She's talking about that. Watch this room for me. I had to call for backup. Right, understood. You want me to make sure that no one comes in, right? Oh, shoot. That door. It's cold. So cold. Witness. You're cold? Don't worry. You're gonna be fine. Help is on the way. Witness is... Siren. Siren? How could a siren witness anything? Eep! Emma, what was that? Who was there? No, it was there the entire time. I'm pretty sure the brooch was there even when we got there. Emma, did you see anyone just now? Huh? No. Could have swore I saw the door open. I look into the room. It was a glance, mind you. So, this was your brooch drop. That explains that. It does. but there was no other time that I could have dropped it. But that's ridiculous. You only looked in for an instant, but you dropped your brooch? Her forehead. She had raised the possibility that the only thing that can counter that is evidence. So she looked in the crime scene. Actually, I tend to go into the dressing room. I knew nothing what happened, of course. But the moment I opened the door, I heard a terrible voice. Her forehead shouting, "Who's there?" No dud. A horrible voice indeed. I closed the door immediately. Whoa, that explains the brooch. Oh shit, my head hurt. Oh, all these boys, I need to look here break for it. Let's return to your testimony. That's too convenient. She's hiding something. Lemior, did you look into the room though, right? Yes. Testified as what you saw. Very well though. It was only a briefest of glimpse. When my performance was finished, I went back to the stage just for a moment. I saw nothing. So this one's new. Whoa, 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 I see something. I see something.
Gotcha!
The late Mr. Litcher's body, you say? Yes. You know something more about Mr. Litcher's death than you were saying. What? I could see you trying not to remember, but the effort you made you swallow. Hey, yo! You can't fool my eyes. Oh, it is true. It is terrible after all. Why did Mr. Michu have to be shot? One moment, Mr. Lemore. Yes? What was that you just said? Why did Mr. Michu have to be shot? Yes? She was hiding something, I knew it. Say, I gotta show her something. Lemore, I'm afraid that I haven't realized it, but your words just contradict your testimony. How could that be? How could that be? Take this. Uh-oh. Sorry for, like, constant saving. Lemore contradicts her own testimony and I have evidence to prove it. Tell me, Lemore, how did you know that he had been shot? Eh? But Immediately following the incident, a gag order was placed on the scene. This was a document proving that in your testimony you told in the court, no one told me anything about the incident. Furthermore, you testified that you had seen nothing. And yet, you knew that Mr. Lituro has been shot. How could you have known? Yow! Yeah! Let me shoot up. Lemior, you weren't hiding something. You weren't hiding something from this court, I hope. That sweet song of hers was sounding a little too sweet. Now that I remember, please allow me to add to my testimony. Of course. All we want to know is the truth. She kind of looks kind of pale, huh? She saw something, I know it. Even the victim said so. I saw the bullet holes in the water, and I knew Mr. Letou has been shot. Only a glimpse, and yet you knew they were bullet holes? Yes, I recognized them immediately. I have seen the bullet before, you know. You have traveled the water as a singer. You must know the song, the place furthermore dangerous than our country. I go wherever my voice is, indeed. To those places many these days. That's really cool. I hope I get to travel Lemure someplace. I plan to recording my next album overseas. This studio had different sounds, you know. Maybe I should go on Chords of Steel tour too. She says she was in the door.
Objection!
But then there's an arrow. She couldn't see it. Lemure. What do you say? Lemure, they call you the Sirens of Ballad, but lies are hardly becoming such a creature. A put down worthy of your prosecution, Mr. Justice. Such put down are hardly becoming of you, Apollo. Stop polishing your forehead and start polishing your character, yeah? Come on, can I not be cool for once? Observe the diagram. Lemure, you have looked from the door just for a moment, correct? Yes, that is so. There were bullets in the room, yes, but they were in the walls and the doors is on. You see, assuming you were merely glimpsed into the room, you couldn't see those bullet holes. Yuck! Lemure. Yes. I'm afraid that the defender raised a good point. It appears that you have been holding back something. And I must tell you what it is that I saw. Yes. The happenings in this trial are being recorded. And I'm certain it will be on the news in Bulgaria. You understand your reputation is at stake. It falls to you to avoid tarnishing it. Personally speaking, I still believe that cross-examination will yield us absolutely nothing. But she knows how Mr. Latour died, and he named her as a witness. You must see something, Lemure. Very well. Lemure, please continue your testimony. Very well, I shall. What I saw too. I was on my way. I was on my way back. On my way from the stage to the backstage exit. There was something, a little window there. That, how I saw it. There was two shots. I couldn't do anything to stop it. But it wasn't Machi. It was a grown person. I know it was. So, you did witness the crime. And the killer was a grown person, you say? This is the first time hearing this, I assure you. Nice play, Hurtfoot. Very well. Mr. Justice, you may begin your cross-examination. Great going, Apollo. You were right about Lemure. What's wrong? You don't look too happy. This whole thing smells fishy. That's what's wrong. I was on my way back on the stage at a So you were heading towards the dressing room? Yes. So this is a little before she opened the dressing room door and dropped her brooch. About the same time Emma and I heard those shots. I was on my way back. What exactly was something like a little window? Yes, really well. Window is the best word I know in English. I think this is how it is, yes. You need not to worry, Lemure. Your choice of word is impeccable. There is a small window in the dressing room in question. Perhaps the defense remembered this detail. That little window on the wall. I saw the crime there from there. There's two shots I couldn't do to stop it. It wasn't Machi. It was a grown man, and I know it was. You're certain that you heard the shots fired? Yes, quite certainly. I was on my way to the backstage exit. This was when I heard a faint sound, like a gunshot. wondering what it's been. I peered through the window. That is when I heard the second gunshot much closer. And there were 2 bullets hole at the scene of crime. No contradiction so far. It all happened on the other side of that window. There is nothing I could do. But it wasn't Machi. It wasn't Machi who shot. Are you sure? Yes, quite certainly. It amused me that you would question her testimony. It is the testimony in your favor. Is it not my job to object? Yeah, Apollo. What were you thinking? Chusi, let's just listen to what Lemuel had to say. Can you tell me how were you so sure? Yes, of course. You see. As a grown person, I know they was. Grown person? That's a little vague. I'm sorry. My skills with your language is lacking, I know. Certainly, you could get at least see whatever the shooter was, male or female. It was a man, a young man. And you're sure of that? Yes, the voice was quite clear. Voice? Looking at this diagram, it seems that the dressing room was quite cluttered. It does seem likely that you wouldn't have a clear view of the shooter. As a singer, I rely on my ears than my eyes. When I hear the voice, I do not forget it. That voice was the voice of the blind. So you heard a voice, but wait. Could that have been a victim, Mr. LeSure? Mr. Letus? Absolutely not. I do not just say that I do not forget the voice. It was Mr. Letus who spoke. I would have known. Indeed. So you were at the window, and you heard the shooter's voice, and the voice of the young man. Paulo, this is a good testimony. That proves that it wasn't Machi. Indeed. If this turned out to be true, it would cast the case in a considerable different light. It is a defense opinion that this testimony is contradictory. I thought it's pain for me to say this. There is something about Lemuel's testimony that rings false. Bravo, her forehead. You're colder than I thought. I'm sure you remember the problem as well as I do. And it has been established. No grown man could pass through that interval. He could have fled the scene of a crime. But that means Lemuel has been to be lying. I know it's bad for a case, but I can't shut my eyes to this. Believe me, the idea was tempting. It is as her forehead said. Yet, this is not the only contradiction within her testimony. What's next? What's he talking about? Lemuel. I understand that why you want to protect Machi. And yet, remember, you're the silent and ballad. The lies did not become such a creature. What does this prosecution mean? What does the prosecution mean? Apollo, what's he talking about? How come no one bats an eye when he says stuff like that? I recall the state of the crime scene quite well. The state of the room? Yes, when the murder took place. That window was closed. I find it hard to believe that you could hear the voice through it. What? But I'm sure. Lemuel, I have nothing but the highest regard to your musical sense, but my opinion of you as a witness is somewhat lesser. Objection! But she's the only eyewitness we have. Objection! So you say, and the victim named her, the siren, as a witness. That's right. That's what Mr. Letou. And we heard your claim, even when entertained the possibility that brought us to this. Her judge. Yours. Yours. The prosecution requests that the witness be excused. Please. I'm afraid I must honor the prosecution request. This judge needs to be sacked. There's no fucking way. There is indeed a question of the witness credibility. Lemire cannot testify, then we don't have a chance of proving Machi's innocence. This cross-examination is over, Prosecutioner Gavin. You may continue making your case. Danke. Now, where were we? Ah, yes. I would like to hear the four-line detective again. Objection! Wait, let me hear Lemire's testimony one last time. But the cross-examination is already over, until such time as needed arise. This witness may leave the stand. I'm sorry, I could not be much more of assistant. Monsieur. Fuck. Fuck, dude. Just fuck. At last, back at the Rio trial. Ready your forehead. I hope I did not just miss my only chance. Four-line detective, how far have we gotten until we were so rudely interrupted? Don't ask me. I dislike saying the same thing twice, and I never repeat the song for the encore. If you would, Miss Sky. I believe I was saying that the only way Mr. Latour killer could have been escaped was through the air vent on the ceiling. Ah, yes, that was the only one door in the room, and a witness, you, was standing on the front of it. That air vent wasn't very big, you see. It's kind of a limiter of the people who could possibly get through. I certainly would have a difficult time. And because I am big as hell, and I'm old as shit, I'm pretty sure my legs, as soon as I slip on the step ladder, I will fucking break my bones. I need a life alert for that. You sure would. Not that you would have been there in the first place, though. Remember, the whole backstage area was off limits to the people who was not involved in the concert. That is true. There's the only one who can meet the condition for our killers. Is the defendant. A fortissimo performance. I could not have put it better myself. She does state a clear case. Though reading the report, something has caught my eye. Oh, what's that? The circumstances of the defendant's arrest. The circumstances? Again? Hey, that's right, Apollo. Remember when we found Machi? That was bizarre. Oh yeah, that's right. He was laid down. He was down for the count. She's right. Why did Mr. Latour disappear from the room and ended up in the top of the stage tower, holding a guitar no less? A perceptive observation, her judgment. Thanks. It was kind of an accident, really. But you work in this job long enough. You get a nose for things. The judge seems pleased with himself. A very good four-line detective. Perhaps you can tie it all together for us. Why was the body moved? And how does it lead to the killer? Oh, shit. I believe Machi stole the body because of the lyrics. He moved the body to match the Lemire song. No one in this country had a motive to kill him, and Machi practically left a signature at the scene. All the evidence clearly point to the defendant. Lemire's song. Yes, the guitar serenade. You noticed that it's code too, did you not? It's code. All the events that day was following to the lyrics to our songs. First, the key of my heart is held on so tightly that it was stolen. And then Prosecutioner Gavin's guitar burst into flame on stage. Mr. Latour's life was taken by the bullet. The rest hardly needs explanation. Guitar, up together to the sky. That's mad. It's like a story out of some fairy tale. I admit, I've forgotten about the song, but there it is now, waiting for me, the grand finale, as it were. Hey, you know, I was first to notice that. I heard of jumping rope to songs and counting songs, but killing? It's a wide word out here, Judge. Yeah, sadly, unfortunately, it is. Very well. We heard one song and dance. Let's get on to next, the cross-examination. get on the dance floor and cross. I'm not so sure I'm going to be doing much singing. I know your song is gonna be ass. You better start that shit in SoundCloud, Apollo. Who would steal a body just to match some lyrics? That is true. I didn't believe in myself, but it wasn't just a coincidence. It is as Fräulein says. Let us begin with our first verse, if you would, Fräulein Detective. What? You want me to sing it? You are the witness, yeah? Or did you want me to sing? I warn you, my fees as a vocalist is not trivial. Fine, fine. Let's look at the part of the lyrics, shall we? When you stole away the keys, my heart held on so tight. Indeed, my favorite heart-shaped key was stolen that morning. Next, we go to the right page on the lyric sheet. Where we find, burning on my heart's fire, burning my love away. Oh. That man fucking dead. Like a bullet of love, fire takes a life away. Monsieur Letus's life was taken by a bullet. Bravo, Fräulein Detective, you're singing. It's not bad. For now, for the finale. Guitar, guitar, up to the skies. Yo, that shit fucking fire though. As it says in the lyrics, Mr. Letus was found with the guitar high in the sky over the stage. Dude, my head, oh my god. Doing all these voices, low-key getting my head lightheaded. I ain't gonna lie though. No series of coincidences could be so well conceived. He's right, scientifically speaking. What would Walkie slay? What would Walkie Slocky would slay? Yo, that concert was whack as hell, man. That concert was whack, man. It's hard to argue when she poured her hearts into it like that. Well, anyways, the shooters. That was a first testimony. Does the prosecutioner have any idea why would he do this? You want my scientific option? No clue. But he clearly had reason to go through that trouble with some deep reason. Deep reason. Not only did he steal my key, he torched my guitar. Unforgivable act, even if he had reason. And worse, if he had none. The diva compliments aside, I can't imagine someone doing this with just a whim. Fräulein Detective, I take offense to that description. Indeed, it seems to be too well rehearsed, shall we say. Yes, that crime was planned for sure. But Mr. Letus spoke English. He may have come to this country before. I look into that, I assure you. Oh? It was his first time in country, it seems. Apparently, he learned English on his own. Great. You see, no one has a motive to kill him, certainly not in such elaborate fashion. It does seem difficult to imagine. Unless our famous prosecutioner did it in such publicity stunt. What did you say? Prosecutioner Gavin, you did this to promote your songs? Damn, she's calling his ass out. Of course not. I am quite dismayed by the ludicrous nature of her claim. Why would I promote anyone already listened to my song? They're even in my textbook at school. And I have never heard them. What did this say? I never heard of them. What does that say about me? I was just kidding. Don't get all worked up, Glimmer Boy. What do you mean by his signature? The bullet holes in the wall, of course. The bullet holes. The revolver was fired twice. One shot missed and the left one in the wall. And And that means what exactly? That dressing isn't exactly spacious. Spacious? Spacious? The picture of the shooters facing off with the vehicles in there. They can't have any more than 5 feet apart. It would be difficult, almost impossible to miss that range. Difficult to miss, you say? Very well. Assuming that the shooter could have properly aimed. No, you can't be serious. Machi, he can't see. That's why he missed? Oh shit. Oh, bless you. Oh, thank you. It's the only explanation that makes sense. He used sounds and other sense to fire the gun. Poorly. That reminds me. The monitor in that room was blurring at the time, yeah? Hardly the ideal condition tracking by the sounds. A blind shooter? No wonder he missed. I knew those bullet hole would come back to haunt me. To think, Justice, what could I do now? Yeah, something don't feel right. Sure, there's a bullet holes left in a hole, in a wall. But that doesn't prove the shooter couldn't see. Oh? How so? Well, there could have been something struggle with the victim. That's certainly possible. And it might be been a revolver's fault. A revolver? The revolver was very large caliber, correct? If the shooter wasn't used firing such a large weapon, why it could dislocate their shoulder? Exactly. The defendant, Machi Tobae, is, as you can see, tiny. It's not so hard to picture him firing a gun and missing entirely. The kickback alone would have thrown him off his aim. A convincing argument to be sure. Haha, take that, smug prosecution. Apollo? Huh? What? That's a bit about Machi's being tiny and the gun throwing off his aim. Aren't you kind of admitting he did it? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I fucked up. It does not matter why he missed. What mattered is that the shooter was, without a doubt, the defendant. Even the defendant seems agreed on that point. Cripes. I really put my foot in that this time. But let's get to the facts that matter of the record. If you would, four-line detective. Very well. The testimony will add this to her testimony. Right. From the state of the crime scene, I conclude the shooter was blind. You can't say that he was blind just because of those bullet holes in the wall. I think I have proven that. I wouldn't call it proof, per se. Huh? You merely raised possibility. Four-line detective has made a logical conjecture based upon the evidence. Of course, there were more evidence than just the bullet holes. The defendant was the only one who could have escaped through the air vent. But wait, if he was blind, how would he know about the air vent in the first place? Ah, a very good point. Very well, Detective Ford. Would you point to care to explain? He certainly seemed so sure of himself. Recall the crime scene if you would. There was a stepladder below, over the air vent. As it happened, maintenance was scheduled for that day. Custodial staff went around checking all the air vents. I don't believe it. Everyone backstage was told about the maintenance, including Machi Tobae. He would have known the way there. He would have known that there will be a way out on top of the stepladder. But why is this the first time I'm hearing about this? You could have figured it out for yourself. You only need to consider what that stepladder was doing there. Looks like the defendant objection has been squished by the stepladder. Well, hurt forehead. Out of ammunition, perhaps? I have never seen prosecution Gavin so aggressive. Maybe he caught a scent of the blood. Apollo! Oh, don't you have something? Anything? You know what we need? We need something to prove the killer could see. That put him in his place. Proving the shooter was sighted would do. That would have taken down one of the central points. Do I have evidence that could prove it, though? Fine. I accept the prosecution challenge. As I knew you would, hurt forehead. What exactly what I'm up against here? The prosecution is saying that the shooter missed because they couldn't see. Therefore, Machi, who's blind, did it. The defense will present their evidence. Evidence that overturns the prosecution claims that the shooter couldn't see. That evidence. The photograph of the crime scene? I don't care how much for the smirk on the prosecutioner Gavin's face, but this is no time to think twice. Time to press on. Yes, Your Honor, the crime scene. Yeah, because there's something smudged on the... There's something in here that decisively contradicts the prosecution point. Then perhaps you best show us this something. Get on the finger out and breeze and put it on a good use, yeah? Very well. Show us what you're talking about, Mr. Justice. The contradiction that the scene of crime is. God, my head is so fucking light. I'm talking so much. The contradiction right here. The smear bloodstain. I thought it was just my blurry vision, but it really was blurry. The way the victim's hand is raised above his head, much as like a gesture I have seen many times in this court. Even though from a previous case when I was with Mr. Wright, and Edgeworth, and Francesca von Karma, and Gatto. Every time we see the victim, they always have to write something and die in front on top of their head. It's almost as if he wrote something. Aha! I get it! At least I think I get it. Get what, Fräulein? When Mr. Letus was shot, he trying to write something. And what would he write but the shooter's name? And what would he write in his own blood? Pretty good, huh? Thanks for making my point for me. Yes, in fact, that's what I think will happen here. It does seem a distinctive possibility. The victim writes more of the killer's name. It's certainly a logical conclusion. Drat, I would just wish it wasn't rubbed all out like that. Of course it will rub out. Why? If I were a killer, I certainly wouldn't leave my own name behind. Neither would I. No one has anything else to say? About what? The prosecution accept this? You agree that this was the victims making the attempt to record the name of the killer? And that the killer tried to rub the name out? No? Well, or that's just me. Okay. What's your point? What's my point? Let me ask you this. How did the killer knows the victim was writing their name? Well, Mr. Letus was writing something in blood. Once the killer saw it, it was... Wait. Once he saw what it was. But what did you just testify about the shooter? I said they were blind. Ah! And yet the crime scene itself contradicts that. The killer has been proven able to see. Why would they rub the name of the blood otherwise? Maybe I remind the court that the defendant, Machi Tabai, is blind. He couldn't have been the shooter. Impossible! Impossible! Order! 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 Prosecution Gavin, please explain to me what's all this meaning? I mean, looking at this photo, it seems quite clear that the shooter could see. And yet, up until now, seems I owe the court an apology. The governors are the bands in the law enforcement ties, yet the murder occurred. During our concert, apparently this has caused some confusion over jurisdiction. As a result, some reports are not filed in an entirely timely manner. I'm not sure I'm getting the vibe getting here. Hey Apollo, look at him. Why is Prosecutioner Gavin all relaxed and smiling like that? Like he knows something we don't. He's about to tell us. I got an idea. Let's rock. Witness this document. Before that, I have a question for the four-line detective. If I may. What? Tell me. What do you think about Machi Tobias blind? Huh? What did he say? Wait, what are you saying? Of course he's blind. Of course? Yes, he's a blind pianist, right? So he's... Doesn't Lemio lead him around by the hand all the time? No way. I have a report here that the defendant Machi Tobias, according to this, Machi Tobias can see perfectly well. What? His blindness was merely publicity ploy by those clever Bohemians. He can see quite well. Objection! But you said... what did I say exactly? Her forehead. Not once in the course of this trial have I claimed that the defendant was blind. The only one who did was four-line detective. But that's a significant fact. Yes, consider Machi Tobias sees. And he was the only one who could fled through this air vent. I see no problem with this. But the bullet hole. What about the bullet holes in the wall? Yes, the bullet holes. I believe her forehead neatly explained those for us. He didn't miss because he couldn't see. It was a kickback from the .45 caliber revolver. A simple accident, in other words. Damn, he got us. How's that? I'm afraid your ejection was just a frown off the brighter skies. This is where the real fun begins, her forehead. Yeah. Man. I knew you wouldn't want to take it. You jerk. You just want just what I was here for. A comic relief? Yeah, apologize. Oh, sorry. That's no way to apologize. Hey, I mean, he did apologize, so whether you like it or not. He angered a Trucy now. Look out. Ahem. If we could please end the bickering now. Whatever, I'm not leaving. I can't leave like this. I'll come up with some clues to solving this case if it kills me. But your testimony has already given us enough to convict the defendant. Don't say that. Ahaha. What? This bloodstain. The criminal tried to wipe it off, right? That seems to be what happened, yes. We might be able to find out what is really written here. Really? You can do that? Right. That's right, with this. It's called luminol. Maybe you know of it. It's a chemical that reacts to the blood. Ah, yes. Have we done those tests yet? Aha. I said we're going to tell you. The blood stain covered a section of the carpet. In order to perform blood tests, the section was removed and submitted. Perhaps we should request here in the court now. Right, go for it, Apollo. Huh? I have to do the test? Man, is it always me? Come on, you could just do it for like... Why can't you ask Gavin or Trucy? Or a fucking judge? Wait, why is it always me? You just have to spray the lumio on it. Simple. A chemical that reacts to blood. I heard of this somewhere. Yes, I believe its analysis is called for. Have at it. Right, ready? It's easy as pie. Just press A, spray it in the area. Here, give it a try. The eyes of the entire court are focused on me. Apollo, your hands are shaking. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, that's upsetting. Gotcha. Wow, it really worked. IPXX314206. That must be it. It must be a power of science. It says IPXX314206. Is this the killer's name? Maybe it is. Maybe if the killer was a robot. Aha, I have it. So what is it? I thought of those letters. IPXX looks familiar. This is an Interpol ID number. Interpol? You mean an international police agency? Yes. Most are undercover agents working to solve the international crimes. But this is why he wrote that number. Why would Mr. Latouche know the number like that? Good show, four-line detective. Rock on. Your Honor, we can verify this number immediately. Darwin, are you there? Come up to the witness stand. Go check into the international ID number. Sure thing. Give me 30 minutes. No, give me 27. I'm not sure what to think of all this. The prosecution of the case is airtight, so it seems. Yet, if the number is really that of an Interpol agent... Oh wait, I know. What if Machi Tobai is really an undercover Interpol agent? That would be a possibility. A possibility, yes. I don't think a fucking 14-year-old be an international police. Is it? I mean, if that's the case, then it's kind of low-key, because that's a career, not like a fucking part-time job, though. That's like a child labor, though, low-key. Because it's international, it's a worldwide rule. If that one would mark him as a killer, and one that would mark him as a killer for certain. Why does Mr. Latouche know the Interpol ID number? That's what I want to know. Well, we have some time while we await Dorian's report. Let's work on unveil another mystery, shall we? A curious mystery concerning Machi Tobai. What are you talking about? Four-line detective, please accept my apologies. I received the word that the defendant could in fact see just before the trial begins. It seems too much to bother to tell you. You had me until the last bit. Does this not raise the straightforward question? Well, sure. Why did Machi pretend he couldn't see? Exactly. It makes a little sense. What do you think, her forehead? Oh shit, do I have to present the fucking evidence? Huh? Me? Machi Tobai pretend that he was blind. Do you know why? How could he know? Wait, Prosecutor Gavin knows why. He doesn't he? He knows from the start of the trial. He's leading us to a whole time. Something wrong. Do you think perhaps this is some kind of game? Knowing that the moment I heard that report, I knew why. I suppose people who have sold millions of record really are something. What is that to do with anything? There was a reason why Machi Tobai pretend to be blind, but it wasn't his own sake. Getting the picture now. It wasn't for himself. Well, Mr. Justice, can you present the evidence to show us why the defendant has feigned blindness? Machi had no reason to pretend he couldn't see, which means, no, it couldn't be. Good short of her forehead. It seems that you thought something. Grr. Why can't I figure these things out on my own? I hate having to take my cues from this guy. Very well. Look at this. This is why he was pretending he couldn't see. That is Lemure? Lemure and Machi Tobai recalls their relationship. In particular, their unique arrangement over the years before visiting our country. Lemure and her pianist. Welcome back, May. Though it's already reached like 3 hours, and I know that this trial is almost ending soon, so you're kind of a bit late to go. Can't you slow down the diagram? I wish. They would always walk together. She's leading him by the hand. I have been busy. I know you were working. I know. I think you pretty much finished work by now, huh? Even when they get on the stage, she would lead him to the piano. She would walk all walked all the way over there with him. I'm about to leave. Okay, you're about to finish the work? That's right, because he was blind. She led him all the time, never letting him go. All the times? Yet, we have just learned something in that particular range, the particular indeed. Machi could see. Why did they have to keep up this act the whole time? Well, it wasn't part of their performance? Did I DM Digi? No, I don't think I did. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's working right now, though. And plus, everyone was fucking inactive today. I think there's simpler explanation. Machi did not need to be led by the hand at all. There was only one thing. Really? Really, it was all the other way around. The one who needs to be led by a hand was Lemior. What? What's this? Sorry, you mean saying that Lemior is... she's... Yes, Your Honor. Lemior is blind. What? Order! 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 This is crazy, Prosecutor Gavin. Is it now? Please, please, shed some sanity on this madness. The defendant has made an outrageous claim. The only thing outrageous I see about the defendant is his vast forehead. And yet, I see it is not vast in vain this time. He's quite correct. But that makes no sense. Yeah, wasn't she supposed to be the landscape painter in sounds or something? Well, since we have her here, why not ask Lemiota herself? I believe that she's still in the witness waiting room. Apollo, what does this mean to our case? Don't ask me. I have no idea she couldn't see. I haven't even managed it until now. Boliv, bring in a Lemior. Beautiful mama, though. Lemur. It is plain deeply to call you before us again in this way, and yet I must. Please do not concern on my behalf. Those eyes, she really can't see, really. It is true. How funny that a tiny light born in a Bulgarian countryside would one day grow entangled the entire world. So, you are? Yes, as I mentioned before. I have no memories in the time before I became Lemior. Before, too, that my memories began in darkness. The light, the word light has no meaning for Lemur. I see. You may recall saying something towards the beginning of this childhood forehead. What's that? I believe I said it was unfortunate that the crime has no direct witness. Ah. Now, Lemur, I must ask you to stand one more. Will you testify to court about your eyes? Of course. I was nervous by intent to deceive any of you. May I begin, Your Honor? Yes, of course. Though I admit, I'm a little lost here. I think we're all a little bit lost here, Your Honor. I have no memory of the light. I debuted in the world of darkness and sound. My producer came with my PR line before he knew this. So, silly as it may sound, I had to pretend I could see. Everyone on my staff knew, of course, but no others. Ugly ass name. But this is a murder trial. I apologize. It was part of my contract, you see. I was about to keep my blindness a secret no matter what. Music is everything for me. I never imagined something like this would. She told us about the truth in the beginning. She said she saw nothing. Very well. Does the defendant have anything to add? I like to cross-examine. But what's there left to ask? There is one thing in her testimony that bothered me. Perhaps it is best that we let you get it out of your system. Someday you would come to understand the importance of thinking of yourself. Very well, the defense may proceed. However, be aware this court will not tolerate any question deemed too stressful to the witness. Okay, there's only one part that bothers me. Just let me ask about the part and I'll be happy. Hold on. I have no memory of the light. So you don't know why you went blind? I do not. I may have been born this way, in fact. It is fruitless to attempt to pry into her past, and I might add it is a delicate subject. I'm not sure if we can reasonably expect Mr. Justice to do anything delicately. Hey, what? Take a deep breath and calm down. What I am now is all that I have. It is enough, I think. Weren't you nervous to hit the stage in your condition? No, not at all, surprisingly. I felt natural singing in everyone. It's not something that anyone can do. She has talent that is much clear. You might even say that she is beloved by the gods of music. Even without light, I live perfectly happy with my word of sound. That is the talent, as you say. Then I think the god responsible. What about your PR motto? My producer came up with the PR line before I knew this. Perhaps your music reminded him of your Bohemian scenery. No, it is quite the opposite. The opposite? According to my producer, my music has certain global quality. Global? Multicultural, if you will. Hard to pin the one region. When people listen to it, they picture the countries closest to their heart, which is why my music has reached so many. What a lovely story. It sounds like this producer might have known what it was doing after all. My songs are nothing more than a white canvas. To me, the real landscape painters are the listeners. I think of that. I do not mind that I represent to the world so much. And yet, one thing quickly had led to another. God, my head is low-key light from making all these voice acting. Was that to protect your image of on the landscape painter and sounds? That does not matter so much to me, really. But the label is quite concerned about it, I think. A landscape painter who cannot see. That is like a pianist who can't play, huh? I'm not sure you can compare your father to Lemore. The world of commercial music is filled with these little white lies. Without nothing is secret when it comes to publicity. Everyone on my staff knew, of course, but no others. When you say your staff, do you include Mr. Letus? Of course, he was my manager, so he knew, and that's what's been bugging me. Something matter, Mr. Justice? I believe I know what's bothering our young defense attorney. You're thinking of what you discovered in your body, yes? He's right, Apollo. Yes, I was. Cold, so cold. Witness. You're cold. Don't worry, you're gonna be fine. Help is on the way. Can't see. Witness so cold. Witness can't see. The witness is siren. Ah, okay, now I get it now. The witness is siren. So cold, witness can't see. Yeah. I see it now. Mr. Latour told me to ask the witness, and he named you. Why would he do that? He did saw her. She was there. He knew you were blind. I don't know. Tisk tisk. What did I just say? You need to learn to think for yourself. Meaning what? There is no mystery here if you recall anything he said. Think of his last word once more. The witness, siren. We heard them many times along with a little play acting up by our defense. I remember them. I remember them well myself, but that statement is not what I refer. I mean, what does he say before that? Before? What came before that? Oh! That's right. He tried to tell you. And he said, can't see. He wasn't talking about himself. He was talking about the witness. I see. Too bad the defense did not. What a hurt forehead. Try relaxing and looking at the facts first next time. Oh my god, look at the fucking mouth. Order! 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 Recall a little more earlier testimony. I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. There were 2 shots. I couldn't do anything to stop it. But you couldn't have heard those gunshots. I thought we proved that. That is not the most important point here. The important he was shot. Mr. Latour's witness her through that window. Why would he have named her as a witness? But I really did hear them. 2 gunshots. And the man's voice. Unfortunately, such a thing was impossible that the window was closed. We have already run a simulation, of course. But it was so clear. I heard that the voice again. I would have known it in an instant. Balef, Your Honor! What is it, Balef? Can't you see we're in a session here? We have a result back from the investigation. The investigation? Ah, the Interpol number that Mr. Latour left us. Very well. Well, let's hear it. We will continue this cross-examination afterwards. Detective Crescent, your report, please. Oh my god, over time, my voice, I'm losing my voice. I can't do Judge's voice no more. I asked Interpol about the number. I'm sure you'll find the answer intriguing. Quite work as usual, as always, Darwin. Dorian. Well, tell us about the number. Is the defendant a secret agent? IPXX314206. The agent registered under the number was Romain Latour. What? Our undercover Interpol agent was Mr. Latour himself. He was apparently in the middle of an operation, so when he wrote those letters, he was trying to tell us his own identity. And a cautious killer tried to wipe them away. Mr. Latour was an undercover Interpol agent, so him being a Lemoore agent was just an undercover most likely. There is one other important detail I found. Well, out with it. It is concerned that the .45 caliber revolver, the murder weapon, apparently it belongs to Romain Latour. He had an Interpol permit to carry firearms, and the registration number on the revolver matched. So the victim was killed with his own weapon, which makes sense. It's hard to imagine someone who was an Interpol agent with such a large revolver. So the victim was Interpol agent on the undercover op. I wonder how that ties into everything. It got too tied somehow, you think? Yeah, somehow. Thank you for looking into that for us, Detective Crescent. It's a great help. No problem at all, Your Honor. I'll be heading out. Wait, Lemior, is something the matter? That voice just now. Dorian? Mr. Dorian, is it? It was him. I am sure of it. It was him? You aren't saying... That voice I heard, talking to Mr. Lacheur. When I heard the gunshot fire, it was him. It was Mr. Dorian. Is this some kind of joke? No way. That's an insane ass hairstyle. The grapes? Like fruit grapes? Or something else? Mark Robber. Nah. Agent 47, Mr. Beast. Well. The courtroom fell into such a chaotic state the trial has been suspended temporarily. I have never seen that before. Of course, it's not every day that you get an accusation like that one. Lemuel, fingering Mr. Dorian Crescent. Not only that he is the guitarist, he's the detective. Could it really have been his voice Lemuel heard? But things were changing fast, and frankly, I wasn't sure I could keep up with it. No wimping out now. Oh, thank God. I can finally finish it for this stream though, cause my fucking throat is hurting. No. That's it. That's all I needed. Jesus Christ. It's finally over. Now I can finally rest my throat, and I haven't eaten for a while, so I got nothing much to say. So till next time, mata na mina.